It's showtime! Live from Ben Hines Field, Game 2 of this Saturday doubleheader between the University of Laverne Leopards and the visiting Cal Lutheran Kingsmen. I'm Nate Rodriguez bringing to you this Game 2 action between the Leos and the Kingsmen, and Cal Lu will roll out with center fielder Max Heverly to start things off, followed by left fielder Gordon Richardson. First baseman Zach Bullard hits third. Kyle Reuser, the shortstop, hits fourth. Ben Wangren gets the start in right field here in Game 2, and Joseph Scalza will be the designated hitter. Brendan Durfee will get the start behind the plate, hitting seventh, batting eighth, playing third, Ryan Farr. Rounding out the order for the Kingsmen will be second baseman Zach LaFada. And on the mound for the Leopards, true freshman left-hander Benny Vogel, emerging as one of the weekend starters for Laverne, making his season 6 start. He's logged 35 innings this year, posting a sub-2 ERA, 31 hits, just 7 earned runs, 31 strikeouts to 11 walks, an ERA of 1.8. Getting ready to go, Benny Vogel towing up against Max Heverly. The freshman left-hander, a first pitch fastball, high and away, misses wide, 1-0. Heverly, the center fielder, had 4 at-bats the first game, collected 1 hit, struck out once. 1-0 pitch, Vogel, a big breaking ball in for a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Good stats for the true freshman this year, starting to log more innings on the bump. Having starting the year out of the pen, comes back with a 1-1 fastball at the knees, taken for a strike, 1-2. Vogel, 31 strikeouts on the year. Heverly, after striking out once in the first game, takes a ball to even the count, 2-2, has 13 strikeouts on the season. Vogel's 2-2 pitch, a big breaking ball, swung on and missed in the dirt. Good block by Manny Munoz. First out of the ball game is a Benny Vogel strikeout, a big breaking ball that bends into the dirt. Swung on and missed by Max Everly for the first out of Game 2. So for Vogel, starting things out with the strikeout, 32 on the season now. Makes way for left fielder Gordon Richardson, who takes a ball. Down and in near the ankles, 1 ball, no strike. Richardson did not get the start in Game 1. Senior outfielder. Batting in the 2-hole here in Game 2, grounds one to Cam Slesser in front of third base. Throws across the diamond to Tanner Siffert for out number 2. 2 quick outs for the Leopards. It's Benny Vogel throwing to Manny Munoz behind the plate. Tanner and Chase Siffert playing first and second base. Anthony Salcedo. To the left of the second base bag at shortstop, manning third base, is Cam Slesser. Logan Reese out in left. It's Drew Reddick in center and Brandon Shiota out in right. A nearly identical lineup to Game 1. It's just Munoz plugged in as the backstop instead of Killian. First pitch in to left-handed hitting first baseman Zach Bullard, taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Bullard hitless in 2 at-bats last game with a walk. Checks his swing, can't hold around. Vogel has him 1-1. Hitting .322 on the year. He smokes one down the right field line. Tanner Siffert, full extension, tries to stop it on the dive. Instead, knocks it down, keeps it in front of him. But Bullard will reach easy. It's an infield single. Good effort by Siffert. Won't be enough to end the inning. Instead, it's extended to shortstop Kyle Reuser. For Bullard, his season's 29th hit. Came into today a .322 hitter. Now it's Vogel against Reuser. A first pitch curveball in over the knees for a strike. Vogel, fastball, curveball are his main weapons. Comes with a changeup here and there too. Likes to throw to batters in reverse order will come with a first pitch breaking ball and then a fastball right after, just so. Ahead of Rooser, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the first inning. Benny Vogel against shortstop Kyle Rooser with Zach Bullard leading off first base. Small lead. Vogel throws over anyways, back in standing. Bullard, perhaps a sneaky small lead, leads the team with 12 stolen bases. With the lefty on the mound, interesting to see if he goes. He stays at bay, ball in the dirt. Munoz has a back pick. Throw misses wide. Siffert able to corral it, but tag isn't applied. Vogel remains ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. At the plate, Rooser, 30 strikeouts on the season. Another ball in the dirt. Munoz pops up quickly. A strike down to second base. Chase Siffert applies the tag quickly. It's out number 3. Manny Munoz catches Zach Bullard trying to take an extra base on the ball in dirt. It's the 3rd out in the top of the first inning. It'll be the Leopards coming back to hit, with shortstop Anthony Salcedo set to lead things off, followed by Chase and Tanner Siffert, the second and first baseman. Looking at the rest of the Leos lineup, after the 1 through 3 hitters, it's right fielder Brandon Chiota, left fielder Logan Reese, and hitting 6th, designated hitter Malachi Francois. Batting 7th, third baseman Cam Slesser. Batting 8th, catcher Manny Munoz, who just threw a strike down to second base to catch Zach Bullard, trying to steal his 13th base of the year on a ball in the dirt. Batting 9th, and finishing out the Leopards order, center fielder Drew Reddick. Laverne will go to work against right-hander senior Alex Rivas. Rivas with 37 2/3 innings on the year. ERA not where he wants it to be, nearly inching towards 6, 5.73, 53 hits, 24 earned runs in those 37 innings. Leads the team in strikeouts, however, 39 strikeouts and only 6 walks. Numbers show he's a strike thrower with a strikeout per 9 ratio of 9.3. A record of 3-3, trying to keep the Leopards' bats quiet, posting 18 hits in Game 1 on Friday, 12 hits in Game 2 of the series, the first leg of this doubleheader today, 30 hits in total in just the 2 games. This Leopards team now with 21 wins on the year will tell you they're not done yet, still looking to keep their foot on the gas pedal, trying to defeat these Kingsmen who spent the first several weeks of the season on the national rankings for Division III baseball. The Leopards able to crack those same rankings for the first time this week, coming in as the number 25th ranked team nationally in Division III baseball, making a statement here against these Kingsmen with 2 blowout victories, now looking for a 3rd win. So it'll be the 21-4-1 overall Laverne Leopards going to work offensively here in the bottom of the first inning against right-hander senior Alex Rivas. Salcedo and both Siffert brothers set to start things off as the right-hander kicks and fires a fastball high, 1-0. The Leopards were able to demonstrate their patience at the plate in Game 1 and wear down Kalu pitching. Salcedo taking all the way here. A fastball down the middle evens the count, 1-1. Defensively, Rivas will be handled behind the plate by catcher Brendan Durfee, who spent the first game on the bench when one pitch swung on and fouled off to the left, drifting behind the third base bag. Good play by Ryan Farr to battle with the sun. Keep moving backwards to his right, making the catch over his shoulder for out number 1. Salcedo commits the first out of the inning, brings up second baseman Chase Siffert. 1 hit and 3 at-bats in game 1, driving in a run. Takes a first pitch fastball at the knees for a strike. Rivas gets ahead. Second baseman for the Leopards takes the same pitch. This time puts a good hack on it, drives it out to left center. It's going to take one hop and bounce off the left center wall, just to the left of that 388 sign out in left center field. Chase Siffert pounds a middle fastball from Alex Rivas out to deep left center for a 1-out double. Gives his older brother an RBI opportunity here in the bottom of the first. Left-handed first baseman Tanner Siffert. So Rivas, a first pitch fastball dotted at the knees, comes back with the same pitch in an identical location, maybe an inch or two above, and Siffert timed it perfectly. Barreled up the baseball for a double. First pitch changeup now to the left-handed hitting Siffert. Rivas in for another strike at the knees, 0-1. So 39 strikeouts, 6 walks. You could tell Rivas comes at hitters in the zone and will attack. Doesn't beat around the bush, won't try to nibble at the corners. Pitches what looks like to contact. 0-1. Comes with a breaking ball. Hasn't thrown anything hard to Siffert now in 2 pitches. Younger brother Chase took the fastball to deep left center. Perhaps afraid older brother Tanner could do some more out to the pull side to right. 0-2 the count. 1 out in the inning. Siffert looking to just roll one over to the right side. Sure enough, right on cue. A nice diving play by the second baseman, Zach LaFada. Ranging to his left, taking 3 steps, a full extension dive into the right field grass. Getting up quickly and throwing Siffert out at first base. The Leo's first baseman still does his job. Right on cue, rolling one over to the right side. Good play defensively for the Kingsmen. Now 2 outs, runner moves to third base for RBI leading Brandon Shiota. Back-to-back first pitch changeups. Shiota saw it all the way in, taken for a strike, 0-1. If Shiota can extend the inning, it's Logan Reese waiting on deck. The 0-1 pitch, same sequence as Tanner Siffert's at-bat, 0-0 changeup, 0-1 curveball. Now has Shiota in a hole, 0-2. Came back to Siffert with a fastball. Won't do the same to Shiota. The slider kicks away from the catcher Durfee, but Chase Siffert gives a good fake, leading off the third base bag, retreats back. Ball didn't skip far enough away. As the base runner at third base, you're looking for the catcher to turn his back. On top of other things, you want the ball to skip far away enough, make it a play. If you try to catch the pitcher sleeping on the mound without covering home plate, it's another plus. Different variables there. Durfee, the ball kicked only just a couple feet to his right. The pitcher crashing the plate. Shiota takes high and away. Best to keep Siffert at third. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Laverne looking for their first run here in game number 2. From this Saturday afternoon doubleheader at Ben Hines, Shiota tries to protect and bounces one to the second baseman, LaFada. A tough play to make with the speedy Shiota bursting down the line. He'll beat it out as LaFada can't handle the high bounce. It's a 2-out error to bring home the first run of the ball game. Laverne takes a 1-0 lead on Brandon Shiota's ground ball. So LaFada's error gives Laverne an early 1-0 lead here in the first. Reyes a quick throw over to first. Leading off first base, Shiota has 2 stolen bases on the year. It's Logan Reese at the plate. 0-0 curveball from Alex Rivas, in for a strike, 0-1. Rivas in his 9th start of the season. Throws over to first again. This time Shiota back in with the dive. So Kowloon played clean defense in game 1, no errors. And in the bottom of the first, it's newly plugged in second baseman Zach LaFada extending the inning with a 2-out error. Was a tough play. Shiota, a high chopper that bounced above the mound. LaFada had to charge in from the cusp of the infield dirt and outfield grass to try and make a play on the run. Instead, couldn't handle the hop. Brings Logan Reese to the plate in a 0-2 count. He skies it out to Max Heverly in center field, who camps under it for out number 3. 1 run scores. Laverne 1, Kowloon 0. You're watching Skyac Baseball on LVTV 3, Laverne Community Television.
My son Aiden has asthma. Secondhand smoke has triggered his asthma so bad to the point where he had to end up in the emergency room. And he has spent multiple nights in intensive care. Now he's on a whole bunch of medications. My tip to you is, don't be shy to tell people not to smoke around your kids.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
We all come together and stand together to serve our veterans. We invest in the latest technology.
We take the time to train the next generation of doctors and nurses. We work together to make sure we heal their bodies and their minds.
This is our mission. More than 300,000 of us working as one, together with families and loved ones. No matter where they live in this country, we'll be there.
We stand strong, united. Stand with us in caring for our veterans.
An inning's worth of work, picking up a strikeout, heading now to the top of the second after his team scored 1 in the bottom of the first to take an early lead. Vogel now heads back out to the mound, leading 1-0 over the Kowloon Kingsmen. Laverne has now taken 2 of 3 games against the Kingsmen so far this season. They first met in a non-conference matchup back on March 15th. That was a Tuesday down in Thousand Oaks. Laverne lost a 1-run ball game, 5-4. First pitch, a breaking ball. Into Ben Wangren, swung on and missed for strike 1. Mistaken where we're at in the lineup. Kyle Reuser, the shortstop, takes a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Vogel looking to get ahead here. Comes back with a fastball. It's skied out to right field. Shiota, wearing the sunglasses, used to battling that bright sun out there that hangs around all Saturday long. Camps under it, puts it away with ease for out number 1. It's Reuser, Ben Wangren, and Joseph Scalzo due up here in the bottom of the second. Vogel getting through an easy 1-2-3 first, with the help of Manny Munoz's cannon to catch Zach Bullard trying to steal. First pitch into Ben Wangren, taken below the knees for a ball, 1-0. Wangren, a junior, getting the start in right field here in game 2. Swings at the 1-0 pitch, a high chopper down the third baseline. Slesser, a good job picking it up in foul territory. Still gets the rep, throws over to first on the run. Won't matter though. No balls and 1 strike the count. Always good to see the Leopards make the play, even on a foul ball. Watch Christian Killian do it on a couple swinging bunts last game in game 1. Balls that went to the right or left of both batters' boxes and then picking it up in foul ground. Still making the play on it to get the dry rep. Little baseball player common practice. Getting it done any way you can now, Benny Vogel, after dropping a curveball in for a strike. In a 1-2 count, gets Wangren to swing and miss. Munoz couldn't find the baseball at first, picks it up at his feet, delivers a hard throw down to first, but Wangren, given a hard 90, able to beat it out. It's a dropped third strike, and Wangren reaches. Should be 2 outs in the inning, but Munoz couldn't find the ball. Now the double play ball set up still for Vogel against Joseph Scalzo. So tough luck there for Vogel and Munoz. A nasty breaking ball in the dirt. Just got away from the Leopards' backstop. Wound up just about a foot away from his left foot. Picked it up, just not in time to get the runner down at first. Now it's Vogel working on Scalzo with Wangren leading off. First pitch, a fastball down and away, in for a strike. Scalzo, a junior, 3 hits in 9 at-bats, 1 double and 1 RBI. Right-handed hitter bent at the knees, waits for the 0-1 pitch, a throw over to first. Wangren back in with the dive. After Scalzo, it's catcher Brendan Durfee, who sat game 1. 0-1 pitch, a backdoor breaking ball, a good look, what looked like a slider. Vogel doesn't get the call. One ball and 1 strike. Say that looked like a slider because Vogel comes with another breaking ball with more vertical break than that. That one moved a bit more horizontally and a little more sharp. A hit and run executed to a T. Got Chase Sifford out of position. Consequently, it was Scalzo who dunked a base hit right where Sifford was playing. Likely would have been a 4-3 line drive double play like we saw early in game 1, but instead it's a hit and run base hit with 1 out in the top of the second. Vogel getting some tough luck, could be out of the inning based on how the last 2 at-bats went. Turned out unfortunate for them, and now it's catcher Brendan Durfee coming to the plate. So the left-handed hitting catcher, Brendan Durfee, steps in with 1 out and runners on first and second. Lefty on lefty matchup between him and Vogel. First pitch, a fastball on the corner for a strike, 0-1. If you recall, in game 1, the outside corners were cut a bit short. Pitches that were a couple inches perhaps off that corner, not given strikes. We've seen the opposite here in game 2. Different home plate umpire. A little bit of a wider strike zone. Won't apply to this pitch. 0-1 fastball misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Durfee, the sophomore backstop, 15 hits in 53 at-bats, a .283 average with 8 RBIs. 7 doubles on the year. Takes a 1-1 curveball in the dirt. Runners stay at bay. Good block by Munoz. Two runners on. You want to see a catcher drop to his knees and shift his body. Make sure he gets in front of the ball and blocks it. Base runners in close games like this, where a team like Laverne has taken 2 games from you in a conference rivalry, you're looking for any advantage you can get. Throw over to second, not in time. As a base runner, in particular, Wangren on second, looking for Vogel to miss low. A guy that likes to throw the breaking ball. If he misses the breaking ball low, likely to skip in the dirt in front of Munoz. Good opportunities for the Kalu base runners to advance on a pitch that misses. Vogel's 2-1 offering to the Kalu catcher. Swung on and missed. A healthy cut from Durfee. Felt the air back in the press box, 2-2. Trying to time up Vogel's fastball, keeping the Kowloon hitters off balance. Jerry Terry going 8 innings, striking out 9 in the first game. Like to double up on a pitch if he felt he threw it well. Vogel, who blew a fastball by Durfee the last pitch, now looking to deliver the 2-2, called time at the plate. Double play ball still in order. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the second. Runners on first and second for Brendan Durfee. Salcedo and Vogel again, another pick to second. Wangren back in easy. Leopards outfield almost straight away. Drew Reddick a step to the right of the second base bag. Vogel comes back with a changeup, took just the right amount off of it, gets Durfee swinging out on his front foot, comes up empty again. Big pitch by Benny Vogel with a couple runners on. His second strikeout of the game.
Now batting number 9, Ryan Farr.
Make it 3 now, brings up Ryan Farr. So it's left up to Farr with 2 on and 2 out. First and second. Vogel's first pitch offering a curveball down and in, swung on and missed. 0-1. Vogel pounding the strike zone. 26 pitches. An inning and 2/3. No walks. Oh, 1 pitch, doubles up. This time Farr takes it in. Wangren leads off second, Scalzo off first. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs in the top of the second. Leopards lead 1-0. Fastball misses off the plate. Hitters count now for Ryan Farr, 2-1. Farr, the 8-hole hitter, will be followed by Zach LaFata, hitting 9th, playing second. 2-1 count. Vogel, a backdoor breaker, can't hit, misses for ball 3. 1 base still remains open. That's at third. A free pass here would load them for LaFata. Three-one pitch, rolled over to short. Salcedo flips to second for the sure out, and the Leopards dance around a couple base runners and come out unscathed. Score remains 1-0 after an inning and a half. A single and a fielder's choice strand 2 runners. Benny Vogel now through 2 innings, picking up his second and third strikeouts. It'll be Francois, Slesser, and Munoz due up for the Leopards in the bottom half of the second. In the first game, Francois, a hit and 2 at-bats, drew a walk and also struck out. Slesser went 2 for 4, scored a run and drove in 1 as well. And Manny Munoz did not play. So looking forward to his first at-bat of the day. See if Francois and Slesser could set the table for him. Francois hitting .328 coming into today. Had 19 hits in 58 at-bats before taking part in game 1 and then having gone 1 for 2. 20 hits in 60 at-bats, now hitting an even .333 as he steps to the plate. So as Durfee throws down to second base, we get ready to go here in the bottom half of the second inning. Leopards lead 1-0. Took a one-run lead on Brandon Shiota's high chopping ground ball behind the mound. Second baseman Zach Lafata misplayed it, leaving Chase Siffert to score. Leopards have held that lead now heading into the bottom of the second as Francois checks in against Rivas. First pitch, inner half for a strike, a fastball. Francois taking 0-1. An on-base percentage well above 400. The freshman designated hitter takes a similar pitch, fastball inside on the corner for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes, now left to protect. Has only struck out 5 times in 58 at-bats. 0-2, a breaking ball, would have been a strike, but Francois fighting it off. Pokes it down to first base. Bullard stays with the ground ball, takes it himself. 1 out in the bottom of the second. Now it's left up to Cam Slesser. Slesser keeps flirting with that 400 batting average. 2 hits in game 1, looking for more now in game 2. Came into today hitting .402, takes a first pitch strike. Rivas commanding the zone, pitching to contact, 0-1. Slesser with a light bat wiggle. Cuts his head in half behind his back ear, shows bunt and puts down a drag, makes the defense work. It'll be the third baseman Farr crashing and throwing on the run. A great defensive play, good bunt defense by third baseman Ryan Farr. Was able to kind of lure Cameron Slesser into dropping down a drag bunt. Went from behind the third base bag to crash in moderately quickly. Make the play on the run, fielding it with the glove, transitioning in 1 step and throwing across his body for out number 2. Manny Munoz getting the start as the Laverne catcher in game 2. Takes a breaking ball below the knees for ball 1. Had mentioned early in the first game that he'd battled concussion protocol symptoms and that whole process. Lost some playing time to Christian Killian, who's managed to play well in the time that he's been penciled into the lineup, but still managing to get his at-bats. Munoz hitting .316. Takes a fastball on the outside corner. Count evens at 2. Was one of the hottest hitters out of the gate in this 2022 season. Was hitting above 400 for the first 2 weeks. Takes high above the belt. 3 balls and 1 strike. Munoz a pitch closer to first base. Rivas comes back and sure enough, misses above the belt again. Ball 4. Had thought it was 2-2, instead missed 2 straight fastballs. It was 2-1, and sure enough, Munoz finds himself on first with 2 outs. The Leopards perhaps starting another 2-out rally, passing the baton to Drew Reddick. First pitch, Rivas a curveball, misses high and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Looking at the Cal Lu defense. LaFlata shaded towards second base. Ruzer a bit more towards the 5.5 hole. Next pitch, a fastball. That one misses high and away. Rivas, after commanding the zone to the first 2 hitters of the inning, lost Manny Munoz and now falls behind 2-0 to Drew Reddick. 2-0 pitch, a fastball outside corner, painted for a strike. Good frame behind the plate by Brendan Durfee. Munoz on first, has not attempted a stolen base this season. A small lead, unlikely to go. Reddick at the plate with a 2-ball, 1 strike count and 2 outs. Lines a fastball back up the middle. Watch your lips, Alex Rivas. Munoz trying to go first to third on the ball hit to center field. Ryan Farr looked to handle the shortstop from Max Heverly, but as he tried to apply the tag to Munoz, it looked like Munoz's force just knocked the ball out of his mitt. It'll put runners at the corners, a risky decision for Munoz to try to extend from first to third on a base hit in front of him. Not the speediest Leopard in the lineup, but still used his legs to get to third base, and Reddick on the throw advances to second. So smart base running by the trailer Reddick puts runners at second and third, 2 outs. The Leopards one step closer to putting up a run in this supposed 2-out rally. First pitch swung on and missed. Salcedo out on his front foot. Good job by Rivas to change speeds, 0-1. Salcedo, the shortstop, 2 hits in 3 at-bats, reached 3 times in Game 1 with a walk also. Has first base open here in an 0-1 count. Rivas comes with a curveball. It's a beauty. Drops right in over the knees for a strike, 0-2. For Salcedo, looking for a pitch to drive and bring in at least 1 right here with 2 outs. Needed a pitch to hit, a great 0-1 pitch by Rivas. Now has a couple pitch options he could go with here. An 0-2 count, comes right back in the zone. A breaking ball, slider over the outside corner. Called strike 3, and Salcedo strands runners in scoring position to end the bottom of the second. Leopards 1, Kingsmen 0. You're watching Skyac Baseball on Laverne Community Television.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Top of the third inning from Ben Hines Field here. It's Nate Rodriguez bringing to you Game 2 of this Skyac doubleheader action between third place Kowloon Kingsmen, now in fourth after dropping Game 1 to the Leopards, and the first place Laverne Leopards, who have 13 conference wins and only 1 loss atop the Skyac standings. Stepping in for the Kingsmen will be the 9-hole hitter, second baseman Zach LaFata, followed by the top of the order. Set to be brought up now will be center fielder Max Heverly, as LaFata, first pitch swinging, lines one into left field for a base hit. So wasting no time, sat all of Game 1, couldn't wait to get in Game 2, practically itching to swing the bat, swings at the first pitch and lines it in front of Logan Reese out in left field for a single. LaFata, the junior infielder, his 19th hit in his 81st at-bat, pushing his average up from 225. Top of the order now in center fielder Heverly. A little bit of herky-jerky action over leading off first base. Zach LaFata trying to get Vogel to make a move. Vogel collecting himself, delivering a first pitch backdoor breaking ball. Outside corner for a strike, 0-1. LaFata on the base paths, 9 stolen bases, a threat to go. Smaller frame, hit a soft line drive into left field. Now dancing off first base, playing a bit of happy feet with Vogel. Warrants a throw over. No balls, 1 strike the count. Heverly went 1 for 4 in the first game, 0 for 1 with a strikeout here in game 2. Ball is fouled off Heverly's foot at the plate. 0-2. So for left-hander Benny Vogel, 33 pitches into this one, 2+ innings of work, has 3 strikeouts, looking for number 4 here against Max Heverly, who's already a victim of Vogel's, was his first of the day. The southpaw comes set at the chest, looks over at LaFada at first, goes home with a fastball, misses outside. Munoz trying to bring it back from the left-handed batter's box with the frame, but pitch was too wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still nobody out here in the top of the second. Leopards looking for potential double play ball. Throw over to first. Vogel keeping him honest. Watching LaFada at first. Hasn't gone on Vogel's first movements, otherwise would have seen him take off for second by now. Instead, trying to get a read on the Laverne starter. Perhaps gathering vital information needed for the rest of this lineup. Ball ricochets off the glove. Beautiful play by Salcedo to stay with the ricochet. Ball changed directions. Had Vogel let it roll to Salcedo up the middle, likely would have just been a 6-3 double play with Salcedo stepping on the bag himself. Instead, he slides to his right quickly, dropping to his knees, flipping over to Sifford at the bag for the lead out. Good athletic play, good enough for the Leopards just to get the lead out instead of a base hit squibbling into shallow left. Would have made it a tough play on Salcedo to run back, pick up the ball, and potentially make a throw to third to nab the lead runner. Instead, runner at first, 2 outs, 2-hole hitter for the Kingsmen, Gordon Richardson at the plate. Left fielder was retired in his first at-bat. LaFada now a larger leadoff second with his body facing second base. Still just teasing Vogel to throw over. And he does. It's not LaFada at first anymore, rather Max Heverly. Still a threat to run for Cal Lu. 6 stolen bases, inching further off the bag. Vogel, a good pitch, 0-0 breaking ball. Misses outside, 1-0. Richardson ahead of the count now. Has Chase Sifford shaded a little more towards second base, leaving a big hole on the right side with Tanner Sifford holding the runner on. Heverly stays still. 1-0 pitch is a fastball on the corner, 1-1. Still a good crowd here on hand for this doubleheader on the 9th of April. It's Alumni Day here at the University of Laverne. Fans were treated to the Habit food truck that was here for game 1. Throw over to first, not in time. Stuck around for a heartfelt Ben Hines tribute. So we lost the late great Mr. Hines in January of 2021. Got to hear from his wife Wanda and his family. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. The runner goes. Heverly nailed at second base by Munoz. A great tag by Salcedo to pick it out of the dirt and apply it in one motion. Munoz had to wait for Vogel's curveball to get across the plate and then fire a strike down to the bag, picked on the short hop, and applied for out number 2. Great play on both ends. Munoz showing off the rifle behind the plate today. So the strong throw erases the base runner. 2 outs now in the top of the third. 1 ball and 2 strikes to left fielder Gordon Richardson. Vogel turns, kicks and fires the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and dribbled over to the right side. Good PFP practice between Tanner Sifford and Benny Vogel. who covers the bag for out number 3. Strong defensive inning for the Leopards, playing good baseball all throughout 2022, especially here on this Saturday. They take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the second. Here is the replay catching Munoz, throwing that down. You see Salcedo picking it out of the dirt right in front of second base, applying the tag as he tries to slide with the baseball. A great athletic play to nab Heverly at second base. Munoz all in one motion, fielding the curveball, throwing down to his shortstop. Beautiful connection there between the two for the second out of that top half of the frame. We're through 2.5. Leopards 1 run on 2 hits. The Kingsmen scoreless on 3 hits, have been erased on the base pass behind the plate by Manny Munoz, who didn't get the start in game 1. Asked to handle his battery mates in the second leg of this doubleheader and has handled the base runners on top of that. Cal Lu was just asking for Benny Vogel to keep throwing over that inning. They wound up taking off with Max Everly off first base, and Everly hung up to dry on what probably was his best chance with Vogel's big breaking curveball, taking a long time to just cross the plate, but Munoz, an excellent arm behind the plate between him and Killian. I haven't seen many runners want to run against them. When they do, they get caught. Best luck you have is when the ball skips, and even then, I still wish you luck. Chase Siffert leads off the bottom half of the third inning as Leopards lead 1-0. Siffert takes a first pitch fastball at the knees for a strike. His first at bat got back-to-back fastballs, and on the second one, he punished it into left center. A double that one hopped off the left center wall just to the left of that 388 number. Second pitch, a breaking ball, strike 2 on the corner. Home plate umpire, a wider zone here in game 2 as opposed to that in game 1. 0-2 pitch to Siffert. Another slider, this one further down and away for a ball. It's sophomore Brendan Durfee handling his pitchers behind the plate, in particular senior right-hander Alex Rivas. He comes back with a 1-2 fastball in on Siffert's hands. Fought off his hands and back out of plate. With his double in the first inning, Chase Siffert now with 7 total 2-baggers on the year. Came into today hitting .308, fouls another 1-2 pitch off to the left. One for 3 in the first game with the walk, 1 for 2. Sorry, 1 for 1 here in game 2. Hope I didn't just jinx that. The 1-2 pitch misses outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 for 4 on the day. Siffert now 26 for 82 on the year. Pull out my nifty calculator here. Hitting .317 on the year. Siffert fouls it off to the left. We'll do it again. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leopards hitters have done a good job of fighting off 2-strike pitches all day long so far. Took them to an 8-0 lead over Cal Lu in game 1. Has them at 1-0 here in the bottom of the third from Ben Hines in game 2. I'm Nate Rodriguez bringing to you this second leg of this doubleheader. 2 balls and 2 strikes between Alex Rivas and Chase Siffert. A fastball, Siffert goes down and gets it and puts it into the left center gap again. This one isn't hit as hard. Siffert gives it a good round around first base. It's a leadoff single to start the bottom half of the third. Chase Siffert, 2 for 2 with a single and a double.
Batting for the Leopards, number 8, Tanner Siffert.
A noticeable observation about this lineup is that when one Siffert brother goes, the other one goes as well. And so it helps that the first and second baseman for the Leopards hit second and third in the order. Chemistry at the top of the lineup as Siffert takes strike one, a breaking ball on the inside corner. It was Tanner who went big fly at the end of game one, a 2-run home run in his last at-bat, soared over the right center wall, just above the yellow marker above the fence. 0-1 pitch, Siffert squares around, takes a fastball high and away, 1-1. Since then, his younger brother Chase has lined a double almost off the left center wall. Now a base hit here to start the third inning, sets his brother Tanner up to move him over or perhaps drive him in with an extra base hit of his own here in the gap. 1-1 pitch from Alex Rivas will wait as he throws over Siffert back with the dive. Third base coach Mason Stoltenberg giving signs out from behind the third base bag. Both Chase and Tanner relay them as Tanner squares around. Another sacrifice opportunity. Pulls it back, a hit and run slash. Tanner out on his front foot, a bit handsy with the swing. Pulls it foul, 1-2. As a hitter there, it takes a calm mind in order to pull back the bunt. Try to get a load in your swing and still get a good swing off. A lot happening all in one split second. The pitcher delivering the pitch. You got to change positions, bring the bat back, and try to swing it. Siffert now in a 1-ball, 2-strike count, not being asked to square around. Chops it over to first base. It's going to be a 3-6-1 fielder's choice. Thought the Kingsmen might have had the double play. Rivas thought he had it and was out of the inning. At least would have had 2 outs and no base runners. Instead, Tanner Siffert able to give a hard 90 and beat the throw back to first base. The shortstop Ruser not able to get it back in time. It's a 3-6-1 force out for the first out of the inning, leaving Tanner Siffert on first base and Brandon Shiota at the plate. On the first pitch, that ball, there was no doubt about that one. Brandon Shiota, a no-doubter over the left field wall. First pitch swinging takes Alex Rivas deep for a 2-run home run. Shiota swinging the hottest bat in the Laverne lineup. His 6th home run of the season. Free trip around the bases. 2 runs for the Leopards. Push this game 3-0 Laverne. Brandon Shiota has just punished baseballs all day long with each trip to the plate. Had really nothing to show for it in the first game. Got robbed of 3 hits. First pitch swinging in his second at-bat here in game 2. No questions asked. I think we all knew here in the press box that ball was gone. Left me speechless. Leopards now lead 3-0. Logan Reese in a no-ball, 1-strike count against Rivas. Healthy cut, pulls his head, swung on and missed, 0-2. Looking at the replay, Shiota, first pitch fastball, just drills it. Richardson out and left, gave it a couple steps, looking up, and then realized there's no way I'm getting to that. Reese goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Rivas bounces back after the 2-run shot to strike out the next hitter he faces. Now 2 outs in the bottom of the third for Malachi Francois. First pitch curveball over the inside for a strike. Shiota came into today hitting .400. Average dip below it after hitting 3 baseballs on the screws in game 1. Only going 1 for 4. Francois gets into one himself, but pulls it well foul. 0-2. 1 for 4 in the first game, 1 for 2 now here in the second. Shiota 2 for 6 on the day, has 42 hits and 106 at-bats. That was his 6th home run of the season. Good for RBIs 42 and 43. 0-2 pitch from Rivas is a hanging curveball smacked back up the middle. The inning will extend. Another 2-out rally here. Perhaps getting started with the Malachi Francois base hit up the middle. Just so Francois' 2-out single back up the middle extends the inning for third baseman Cam Slesser. Hitting in the 7-hole out of this game 2. He takes a first pitch slider off the plate. 1-0. Two runs have scored here in the bottom of the third on Brandon Sciotta's long, no doubt, 2-run home run. The 1-0 pitch into third baseman Cam Slesser, a fastball fouled out of play off to the right. One ball, one strike. Francois leads off first for Slesser at the plate. Rivas, a quick move over. Francois back in with the dive. One stolen base on the year for the freshman, leading off first. Slesser at the plate, the sophomore, hitting .406 after game 1. Takes a 1-1 curveball at the top of the zone, but it misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. Slesser had 2 hits in game 1, hitless and 1 at-bat here in game 2, looking to change that with a runner on first and 2 outs. In a hitter's count, the 2-1 pitch, Francois fakes the steal, but Slesser pops it up into shallow center. On comes Max Heverly to make the catch for out number 3, camping under it and putting it away. We're through 3 innings here. Brandon Sciotta's 2-run home run puts the Leopards up 3-0. You're watching SkyAC Baseball on LVTV3, Laverne Community Television.
Include avocados as part of your family's balanced diet? It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Number 1. Avocados fill you up. Avocados contain unsaturated fats, good fats your body needs to help with the absorption of key nutrients.
Me hungry right now.
Number 2.
Avocados are good for you.
Avocados are naturally cholesterol and sodium free, plus they contain nearly 20 vitamins and nutrients.
Me need vitamins and nutrients, and number 3, avocado delicious.
Try avocados in place of ingredients higher in saturated fat. Avocados taste great in sandwiches, salads, and even in baked goods like cookies.
Avocado cookies? This match made in heaven.
Thank you.
Top half of the 4th inning, Laverne leads the Kowloon Kingsmen 3-0 from Ben Hines Field. I'm Nate Rodriguez bringing you this Game 2 action between the Leopards and the Kingsmen as Benny Vogel looks to deal in a lefty-on-lefty matchup here to first baseman Zach Bullard. Heart of the Kingsmen order, 3, 4, 5 hitters here in the 4th inning to try and scrap back a couple runs. First pitch curveball swung on and missed by Bullard at the plate, 0-1. Vogel has been commanding the strike zone all game long, much like his starting pitcher counterpart Jerry Terry in game 1. Another back-to-back curveball swung on and missed by Bullard again, 0-2. 3 strikeouts on the day in 3 innings. Pitch number 42 from Vogel is a fastball rolled over to Chase Siffert. Picks it up on the 3rd hop, throws over to his older brother. 1 out here in the 4th. So for Bullard, after getting a hit in his first at-bat, retired here with a ground ball to start the 4th. 1 for 2 in this game. 0 for 2 in the first, 1 for 4 on the day. Makes way for shortstop Kyle Reuser, wearing number 12 for the purple and black, hitting .360 on the year. First pitch breaking ball. No balls and 1 strike, 1 out here in the 4th. Pitch misses outside, 1-1. Reuser, 36 hits and 100 at-bats. That was coming into the day. 36 and 103 now has brought his average back down to .350. 8 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs. 1-1 pitch from Vogel. There it is, that curveball over for a strike, 1-2. Reuser, frustrated, like he knew it was coming, just didn't swing. Vogel's really been one of 2 pitches. It's that fastball or the curveball, and utilizing that changeup as a sneaky weapon. Sure enough, there it is, right on cue. Changes speeds, gets Reuser to swing and miss. 4th strikeout of the ball game comes as the 2nd out here in the 4th inning. Reuser take that frustration back to the dugout now. Hitless in 2 at-bats with a strikeout in game 2. First pitch to right fielder Ben Wangren. Fastball over the outside corner for a strike. Another one of Vogel's strikeout victims so far today. Bent at the knees in an open stance, swings at the 0-1 pitch and lifts it out to Reddick in center field, who backpedals 2 or 3 steps, puts it away with 1 hand, and Vogel is out of a 1-2-3 4th inning. 3.5 at Ben Hines Field has led us to a 3-0 ball game. Laverne leads over Kowloon. The Leopards 13-1 in conference play, trying to carry this 3-0 lead through the end of 9 innings and give them a 14-1 record through mid-April. Trying to build on that National Division III baseball ranking. An interesting note, the week that Laverne makes the rankings, Kowloon falls out of them. Now they meet here at Ben Hines for 2 games on this Saturday after Laverne really handed it to the Kingsmen yesterday with 11 runs on 18 hits. 8 more runs. 8-0 shutout in game 1. 3-0 here in game 2. Rivas had kept it 1-0 till Shiota went yard back in the bottom of the 3rd. A no doubt 2-run shot over the left field wall. Now the senior right-hander will have to deal to Manny Munoz, Drew Reddick, and then the top of the Leopards order back in Anthony Salcedo here in the bottom of the 4th. Manny Munoz checking in. Has yet to record an official at-bat today. Takes the first pitch below the knees for a ball. Starts it out 1-0. Rivas set, kicks and fires. 1-0 pitch, a fastball, this time at the knees for a strike. Evens the count at 1. Munoz walked in his first at-bat on the season, sporting a on-base percentage of .333. 1-1 pitch, fastball, popped into shallow center. Heverly taking his time coming in. Puts one hand up, puts it away for the first out. Munoz is retired for a quick out number 1. 9-hole hitter center fielder Drew Reddick checks in, takes a pitch down near the ankles. Ball got away from Durfee behind the plate. Rivas now through 59 pitches, about to deliver number 60. through 3 1/3 innings of work, striking out 2 and walking 1. 1-0 fastball in over the middle for a strike. See in the background there behind Drew Reddick, the Kingsmen have a couple of right-handers up in the pen. Laverne rolling out with Benny Vogel and riding him till they feel the need for an arm. 1-1 pitch, another fastball. Rivas spotting at the knees now, 1-2. One ball, 2-strike pitch to Drew Reddick. Slider is chopped to the left side of the infield. Rooser in the hole trying to make a play, has to throw with little to nothing on it. Will skip it on a long hop, but not nearly in time to get the speedy Reddick. One thing about this Leopards lineup, up and down it, they can really run, and even if they can't run, it's nonstop hustle. Always looking to take an extra base or a one-up on the opposing team. Leading 3-0 over the Kingsmen here in the bottom of the 4th. Top of the order set back up in shortstop Anthony Salcedo. First pitch swinging, Salcedo barrels one up, but drills it foul. Off the netting above the tarp out there in left field. Behind to start the count, 0-1. Kowloon defense playing straight up the middle, double play depth. The outfield straight away. Richardson a bit shaded more towards the left field line than the right fielder Ben Wangren. Salcedo rolls it foul again down the left field line, 0-2. Taking a look with Reddick on first, has stolen just 1 base on the year while being caught twice. Leading off first, his momentum leaning back towards first base. No ball, 2-strike pitch to Salcedo. Rivas comes with a curveball. Salcedo frozen on it, watches it paint the outside corner. The senior right-hander, a dandy of a curveball right there, gets Salcedo looking. For Rivas, his 3rd strikeout of the game, now 65 pitches through his start. 2 outs in the 4th for Tanner Siffert. Chase Siffert. The younger brother, first pitch curveball. A strike over the middle, 0-1. It will be followed by his brother Tanner if he reaches base. Chase, a line drive double that one hop the left center wall in his first at bat, and then a single into the left center gap, his second. Has been all over Rivas's fastball today. He misses one there in the dirt. Reddick stays at first, a good block by Durfee behind the plate. Reddick off first, Chase Siffert at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. The senior Rivas, a fastball that Siffert can't catch up to there. Chase had connected with ones on the inner half of the plate so far today, pulling them out to left center. That one a bit more outside, an inch or 2 off the outside corner, arguably a called strike. Count moves to 1-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Reddick runs, fastball high and away, works like a pitch out. Reddick nailed at second base. As pretty as it can be from Rivas to Durfee behind the plate. Durfee had a perfect lane to throw down to second. Wasn't a clear pitch out, but Reddick hung out to dry nevertheless. 3-0, Leopards over the Kingsmen. You're watching LVTV3, Laverne Community Television.
My grandmother had Alzheimer's, and I remember we were all in the hospital room, and for like 10 seconds she recognized who we were, and then it was gone. So it's like a thief. It's taking away memories, who you are as a person. Over 5.5 million Americans have Alzheimer's. That number may double by 2050. For more information, visit rightfocus.org.
We're through 4 full innings here from Ben Hines Field. Benny Vogel back out to work in the top half of the 5th inning. For the California Lutheran Kingsmen, it'll be designated hitter Joe Scalzo, followed by catcher Brendan Durfee and third baseman Ryan Farr. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters. And if anyone reaches, 9-hole hitter second baseman Zach LaFada against the freshman southpaw for Laverne, who's delivered 4 scoreless so far with 4 strikeouts. On 49 pitches now, getting ready to deliver pitch number 50 and a 1-0 count to Joseph Scalzo, the junior infielder. Swings at the 1-0 pitch, a soft dribbler to shortstop. Salcedo sticking with the tough hop, throws it in the dirt, though it'll be a throwing error on Laverne's shortstop. Ball short hopped Sifford at first base, and Tanner just couldn't come up with it. So for Salcedo, sure-handed enough to stick with the ground ball that hopped up to his chest on the last bounce. Took a tough hop, stayed with it, tried to rush the throw to first, and bounced it to Tanner Sifford. It's a leadoff base runner on Salcedo's error. Laverne's first of the ball game. Their lone error in game 1 was Salcedo's as well. First pitch into the backstop, Durfee will wait a second as Vogel throws over to first. Kingsman base runners have been taunting Vogel over at first base so far today. Haven't been successful trying to steal bases, however. First pitch, a fastball, swung on and fouled back off to the left, 0-1. Scalzo has not tried to steal a base this year. Leading off first for Brendan Durfee at the plate. 0-for-1 with a strikeout so far today in his second plate appearance here against Vogel. Looking to try to move the runner over with nobody out. Breaking ball in the dirt. Good block by Munoz. Keeps Scalzo at first. Leopards playing double play depth with Cam Slesser way off the line at third, playing back, not trying to field for the bunt. Salcedo and Sifford shifted up the middle with Tanner holding the runner on at first. Scalzo inching further and further off. Vogel, all he needs to do is throw over. 1-1 pitch fouled off to the left. With Scalzo inching over like that, you catch him leaning, taking one wrong step. It's not hard to get the timing right. Give a competitive throw over to first, and you can make a play happen. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody out. Scalzo leading off first. Trying to get information as a base runner to give back to the dugout. Dancing, shuffling his feet back and forth. Vogel fixates on the plate, comes with the curveball that misses high and in. 2-2. Vogel, 54 pitches through this one, looking to deliver 55. The 2-2, a curveball that hangs, sliced out to center field. It'll drop in for a line drive base hit. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike single into center off the bat of Brendan Durfee with nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. Vogel now with his first instance of a little bit of trouble. Runners on first and second, no one out now for 8-hole hitter Ryan Farr. So to Vogel's advantage, he has to deal with the 8 and 9 hitters now with runners on first and second. Sophomore third baseman Ryan Farr at the plate, hitting .235 at the year in an ideal sacrifice bunt situation. Hasn't shown it yet. Vogel set at the chest. Still dealing with Scalzo off second base. First pitch slider runs in and probably would have squared far had he pulled the bat back. Instead, he tries to bunt at it and puts it down foul. No balls and 1 strike. Vogel had missed well inside there, looking back to Salcedo, trying to get defensive signs, but Salcedo looks to motion. This is a bunt play. There's no way. No way we should really try to get this runner here. Let's get the out. Nobody out in the top of the 5th. Runners at first and second. A sacrifice would move them both over 90 feet, open first base, and put 2 runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Sure enough, Farr puts it down the third base side. Vogel, quick off the mound, picks it up, throws to first for the out. Chase Siffert looking for an extra play, serves a back pick over to second base, but it's not in time. So the sacrifice from Farr works. It'll move Scalzo over to third, Durfee over to second. 1 out now in the inning as the double play ball, at least conventionally, is erased. No force play. Just to first. Now it's top of the order in center fielder Max Everly. Oh, we'll wait 1 batter for that. Second baseman Zach LaFada with runners at second and third. Vogel in for a strike with the breaking ball, 0-1. First base open. Vogel likely to attack LaFada right here. Infield is played back, at least Siffert and Salcedo up the middle. Tanner and Cam Slesser inching near the infield cut on the grass. Next pitch, a fastball misses outside, 1-1. LaFada in an RBI situation here. The junior has 15 on the season. A chance here for 16 and 17 to cut the Leopards' deficit from 3 runs to either 2 or 1. 1-1 pitch. Vogel can't find the breaking ball, 2-1. Tanner Siffert is pulled well off the first base bag, the right-handed hitting LaFada. Has the left side of the infield playing straight up. Chase Siffert shifted a few steps, almost behind the second base bag. Now Vogel seems to have lost the strike zone, 3-1. A word between Vogel and veteran first baseman Tanner Siffert. Been around plenty long enough to know when to give his pitcher just a moment to breathe, time to talk things over for a second. 3-1 count, some words of encouragement for the true freshman. Just a couple of pitches away from getting out of this inning, whether he gives up his first run to the Kingsmen or not. Siffert likely telling him it doesn't matter. His team leads 3-0. Confident enough they can put more runs on the board later for their freshman starter. The lefty Vogel peeks in to get a sign from Manny Munoz behind the plate, now ready to come set at the chest. The 3-ball, 1-strike pitch into Zach LaFada. A breaking ball comes in and gets him on the toes. It's a hit by pitch in a 3-ball, 1-strike count for Vogel. Now sets up the double play ball once again. It'll be a force play at any base. Set up with 1 out now in the top of the 5th, a 3-0 ball game. Potential go-ahead run now at the plate in center fielder Max Heverly. And to look at the potential severity of the situation, Heverly, the junior, hitting .298 coming into game 2, 6 doubles, a triple, and a home run with 21 RBIs. Second on the team in that category, takes the first pitch down in the dirt, 1-0. Consequently, head coach Scott Winterburn coming out to give Vogel a talk, likely now that the Leopards bullpen starting to get active. 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Vogel with the bases loaded now, getting a word from Winterburn. Short meeting at the mound, just a few words exchanged. Could tell some of the body language from Coach Winterburn kind of indicating to us that, well, come on, let's throw some strikes. Make them swing the bat. We got good defense. We've been playing it all day long. We're a ground ball away from getting out of the inning. Take a minute here to find the zone. 1 ball, no strike count with 1 out. To leadoff hitter Max Heverly as Vogel looks to try to find the 1-0 pitch. Backdoor breaking ball, as good as they come, evens the count at 1. It's Scalzo on third, Durfee on second, and LaFada on first. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out to Heverly. Fastball tails just out of the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. A good spot there for Vogel. Trying not to catch too much of the plate here with the tying run on first base. Nibbling at the corners. 2-1 pitch, almost in the same spot. Caught more plate, but fouled off to the right and out of play. Count even at 2. For the junior center fielder, Max Heverly, his biggest at-bat of the day so far, deadlocked in a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Vogel goes in on the hands, gets Heverly to fight it off. Count stays 2-2. Max Heverly has 13 strikeouts this season, 15 walks, putting up a fight here with the bases loaded and 1 out against lefty Benny Vogel. His 2-ball, 2-strike pitch, another fastball. This time it's cued off to the right and foul, doing it again, 2-2. Seeing Heverly so far out in front of that 2-2 fastball leads me to believe he wants to hit a breaking ball. 2-2 pitch from Vogel, another fastball. This time, Heverly's seen too many, lines it into left field for a base hit. It'll be Kowlou's first run of the ball game. Comes off the bat of Max Heverly for a 1-out RBI single here in the top of the 5th. Laverne still leads 3-1. So for the Kowlou center fielder, the junior, a great 2-strike at bat, battling against Benny Vogel and putting what was the 5th straight fastball into left field for a base hit. Now left up to left fielder Gordon Richardson as he swings through a breaking ball in the dirt. 0-1. For Richardson, the senior left fielder, now looking to re-solidify his plan at the plate. Down in the count, no balls and 1 strike. 14 hits in 47 at-bats so far this season. Swinging and missing again, 0-2. A big lead for Heverly off first base, who represents the go-ahead run. Getting out as far as Tanner Sifford, who's playing noticeably to the left of the infield cut. No balls, 2 strikes the count. 1 out for Gordon Richardson at the plate. Bases are loaded and Vogel's 0-2 pitch. Another pitch swung on and missed. Curveball at the bottom of the zone. Richardson's eye level changed throughout the at-bat. Couldn't come up and make contact against Vogel's breaking ball. 2 outs now in the inning for Vogel. It's his 5th strikeout of the ballgame.
Number 17, Zach Bullard.
So 5 punch-outs through 4 2/3 for Vogel. 72 pitches of work. Now looking to deal in a lefty-on-lefty matchup against first baseman Zach Bullard. In with the fastball for a strike. One out away from getting through this inning with minimum damage. A no ball, 1 strike count to Bullard at the plate. Another fastball. Vogel gets Bullard looking in a hole, 0-2. Durfee on third. LaFada on second and Heverly off first. 0-2 the count to the left-handed hitting Zach Bullard, the 3-hole hitter for the California Lutheran Kingsmen. Vogel triples up on the fastball, overthrows it and misses wide, 1-2. If Bullard reaches, shortstop Kyle Roser waits on deck. Vogel goes to the curveball and misses down and away in the right-handed batter's box. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bullard, the left-handed hitting senior, waves the bat out at the plate, waiting for Vogel's 2-2 delivery with 2 outs here in the 5th. Pitches a breaking ball. Munoz can't handle it. Skips away, but the runners stay. Count moves full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Big pitch here for Vogel to first baseman Zach Bullard. Native from San Luis Obispo, California, graduated from Arroyo Grande High School. His biggest at-bat here with the bases loaded. 3-2 against Vogel, swung on and missed. Benny Vogel goes back to the curveball in a full count, gets Bullard to swing and miss at strike 3. 6 punch-outs through 5 innings for Vogel, 75 pitches on the day through his 5 innings of work. The Leopards hold a 3-1 lead headed to the bottom of the 5th. A big pitch for Benny Vogel to get out of the inning there. The Kingsmen starting to put together a little rally and causing traffic on the base paths, but Vogel gets out of the inning himself, utilizing that big breaking curveball to his advantage, getting Bullard in a lefty-on-lefty matchup, and now it's left up to Alex Rivas to try and keep Laverne at 3. Rivas has gone 4 innings on 65 pitches, allowed 2 earned runs. Brandon Sciotta's 2-run homer earlier in this game, back in the bottom of the 3rd, causing that damage. Has struck out 3 and walked 1. Now set to face the Leopards' 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Chase and Tanner Siffert, then Brandon Sciotta, who took him deep earlier. So probably not his favorite part of the lineup to face. Siffert has his number through 2 at-bats. Sciotta, a no-doubt home run his last trip to the plate. The Leopards allowed 1 run in the top half of the 5th inning. The Kingsmen cut the lead to 3-1. Now Laverne looking to get the run back with both Siffert brothers, and Sciotta set to start off this bottom of the 5th. Rivas kicks and fires the first pitch. Siffert buckles on a breaking ball, turns inside, but it's a strike over the outside corner. Siffert takes the next pitch as well, this one down and away. 1-1. Siffert, right-handed hitting second baseman from Laverne, California, in the 1-1 count, takes a curveball on the outside corner for strike 2. Now down on the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Has not punched out yet today. Instead, battling with 2 strikes, much like the rest of his teammates. 2-2 count here, taken down and away, count moves full. Full count, Tanner Siffert waits on deck. Rivas has allowed 1 walk so far, struck out 3. The 3-2 pitch here to Chase Siffert. 2-2 pitch instead makes it 3-2. Now it's a full count. full count offering from Rivas to Siffert. Will do it again, fouled off to the right. Three hits in 5 at-bats today for Siffert after he went 1 for 3 in the first game. Has driven home 1 run today. Has reached base 4 times with the walk as well. Make it 5 with the walk here. Been a pretty good day at the plate for Chase Siffert as he passes the baton to older brother Tanner now. Nobody out and a runner at first as Rivas will work out of the stretch. Tanner hitless in 2 at-bats here in game 2. Only 1 hit in 5 at-bats in game 1, that 2-run home run hit in the later innings. Minutes from 4:30 in the afternoon here from Ben Hines Field. It's a 3-1 ball game between the University of Laverne and California Lutheran University. 1-0 pitch to Siffert, a fastball above the letters, 2-0. So for Siffert, his second home run back in game 1. RBIs 31 and 32. 2-0 pitch, a fastball right over the outside corner, 2-1. Siffert, a small lead off first. Hitters count here to the Leopards' first baseman. Rivas blows a fastball by him. A lot of these Laverne hitters been late to the fastball. Some of them not so much. Siffert now trying to fight in a 2-ball, 2-strike count. We'll just try to spray a fastball down the left field line. Gets one and will fight it off to the left, doing kind of just that. Count stays 2-2. Brandon Chiota still waits on deck with nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. 3-1 Leopards lead with Chase Siffert on first and his older brother Tanner at the plate. Rivas checks in to get a sign from his catcher Durfee. Now comes set high at the chest, looks to get the sign and comes back in. Tanner flails one down the left field line, slicing and bounces foul. Plenty of room to drop a base hit down there in left field. Richardson shaded all the way over near left center. The other corner outfielder for Cal Lu, right fielder Ben Wangren, a bit closer to the right field line. Siffert, 2-2, a soft liner, drifts foul. We'll do it again with 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Chase Siffert leading off first. Small lead, not looking to go anywhere. His brother Tanner at the plate awaits the 2-2 pitch. Fights off another fastball. Rivas trying to expand the zone, but not too much, and can't get Siffert to swing and miss. Leo's first baseman doing his best to just be a good hitter here, put the ball in play. Another 2-2 pitch. This time Rivas, a breaking ball, fouled off to the left again. So tough to get Tanner Siffert out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Been fighting with 2 strikes for minutes now against Alex Rivas. To break some rhythm, he throws over to Chase Siffert at first, who's back in with the dive. The 2-2 pitch. Rolled over to short, might be 2 for the Kingsmen. 6-4, the transition is lost at second base by Lafada. Tries to rush the throw. And instead, it's runner's interference at the second base bag. A bit of confusion as to what's going on. It's going to be ruled a double play. Chase Siffert looked to have slid in late to the second base bag there. Field umpire called the lead runner out almost immediately. Kalu applied the tag to Tanner Siffert in case they needed to, but it sounded like the field umpire was ruling it a double play almost immediately because of Chase Siffert's base running infraction. Coach Winterburn trying to appeal the case. Was tough to see with the play all happening so fast. I did notice the flip from Rooser to Lafada was high above the head. The ball was thrown away. Looking at this replay, just a second too late from where that started from. Want to take a look at where Rooser fielded the ground ball and then gave the underhand flip to Lafada at second base. Had fielded it above his head and then seemingly lost the transfer from glove to throwing hand. Wasn't sure if maybe that's when Chase Siffert went sliding into his legs. Let's take a look here. Rooser to his left, flips over, and Siffert doesn't slide, as a matter of fact. Goes in standing and forces Lafada to kind of try to move out of the way to make a throw. You see Chase Siffert there asking, well, what did I do wrong? I just veered off, but got to get out of the way for the fielder to make a play as a base runner. Stay within the baselines and out of the fielder's way, and you're within the rules you need to be, but for both Siffert brothers, ruled out there on younger brother Chase's decision not to slide. It's a unconventional double play that will see Alex Rivas' exit. He gets through 4 2/3 innings, leaves with 2 outs in the 5th, trailing 5-1. Out of the pen for the Kingsmen, freshman Will Watson. So we've seen all 3 freshmen from the California Lutheran Kingsmen staff pitch today at Ben Hines Field. The freshman Watson, listed also as an infielder on the roster, has 9 appearances on the bump, sporting a 1-0 record. 15 innings have been logged under his belt, 3 hits and 4 earned runs, 6 walks, and 21 strikeouts. A strikeout per 9 of 12.6, locates the zone and has some swing and miss stuff to strike batters out, owning a 2.4 ERA all in all. So for the freshman Watson, wearing number 3, he comes in with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th, needing to face the Leopards' hottest hitter, cleanup hitter right fielder Brandon Shiota. For Shiota, 1 for 2 with a 2-run home run in Game 2. Has hit several baseballs on the screws all day long today. His first at-bat, he scorched one out to right field for a line out. He flew out to the deepest part of right center when Max Heverly made a nice play earlier. An infield line out off the bat of Shiota. And then the 2-run no-doubter over the left field wall. The hardest ball he'd hit all day, and plenty to show for that one. He looks to take over in the right-handed batter's box as Will Watson takes over on the bump for Kalu. As mentioned, just 6 walks and 21 strikeouts. Shiota will be asked to extend the inning with 2 outs in the 5th. One hit in 4 at-bats in Game 1. 1 for 2 here in Game 2. 2 for 6 overall on the day. Shiota trying to push that average back up to 400. The first pitch from the freshman Watson. Sharp bite to the slider, but misses down and away below the knees, 1-0. So for Watson, not quite over the top. Drops down a little bit lower, but not quite 3/4 either. Throwing across his body. You saw the first pitch slider with some good bite. 1-0 pitch to the right fielder, Shiota. High leg kick. Watson, a fastball. Shiota grounds it to the first baseman, Bullard, who puts it away and steps on first himself for out number 3. We're through 5 full here from Ben Hines Field. Leopards 3, Kingsmen 1. You're watching LVTV3, Laverne Community Television.
Like many of you, I took the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge back in the summer of 2014. It was cold and it was a lot of fun. But there's nothing fun about ALS. It robs a person of their ability to walk, to talk, and to eventually breathe. It's also fatal, usually within a few years, and is emotionally and financially devastating to thousands of families across America. It's truly a brutal and nasty disease. But we're making progress thanks to many of you. Since the Ice Bucket Challenge, we've seen new ALS genes discovered, new technology developed that helps people with ALS, and new potential treatments in the pipeline. We still have a lot of work to do. I'm no scientist, but I can tell you this: if we can cure ALS, we can cure anything. Please join me in the fight against ALS.
A new arm on the bump for the University of Laverne. It'll be Vicente Molina on the mound for the Leopards. Right-handed pitcher. Long head of hair coming out of that hat. The sophomore right-hander for the Leopards. Toes the rubber with 10 1/3 inning under his belt. His 10th appearance here. Listed as a two-way player on the roster, a catcher and a pitcher, but really logging his innings on the mound. A 2.61 ERA, has struck out 5 batters, walking 2, allowing 14 hits over his 10-plus innings. Being asked to quiet the Kingsmen's bats here in the middle of this ball game. We head to the top of the 6th as Molina takes over. It'll be for the California Lutheran Kingsmen. Kyle Reuser, the shortstop, who's 0 for 2 at the plate here in Game 2. Hitless in 5 at-bats overall so far today. Looking for different luck here against Molina. First pitch, a cut fastball lifted out to right. Shiota starts back, then comes in, puts it away with one hand for the first out. 1 pitch and 1 out to start the 6th. Reuser, the cleanup hitter, will be followed by 5-hole right fielder Ben Wangren, then designated hitter Joe Scalzo. Wangren and Scalzo got it was Scalzo that really got the Kingsmen rally started in the last half inning for the Kingsmen, or I should say their trip to the plate in the top of the 5th. First pitch from Molina is a slider over the plate for a strike. They push 1 across in that top half of the frame. Now we're in the top of the 6th with the Leos leading 3-1. 1-0 pitch, or 0-1 pitch, misses outside, 1-1. Wangren lifts the 1-1, a second fly ball here in the 6th. This time out to Drew Reddick. Lots of one-hand catches out in the outfield today. Reddick moving over to his left, putting it away with ease. 2 up and 2 down now in the 6th for Molina. Now left for designated hitter Joe Scalzo. So both Reuser and Wangren hitless in their first 3 at-bats here in Game 2. Scalzo, the junior infielder, checks in, takes the first pitch outside, 1-0. Scalzo, 1 for 2 on the day, picks up his second hit here with 2 outs. A 1-0 fastball in from Molina is dropped into center field for a bloop base hit. Scalzo will take it. His second hit of the day in 3 at-bats, now 5 for 12 on the season. Small sample size, but the Kingsman designated hitter now hitting close to 500. Small sample size then again, though. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. 3-1 lead with Vicente Molina on the mound. Scalzo leads off first after his 2-out hit, and now at the plate, catcher Brendan Durfee. Durfee lined a single in his last at-bat, 1 for 2 as well, looking for his game's second hit. Chase Siffert, the second baseman, playing on the cusp of the right field grass. First pitch is drilled into the right center gap. Drew Reddick, a good first step on it, but he's going to run out of room. A 2-run home run off the bat of Brendan Durfee. First pitch swinging. He's tying this game at 3. Molina gets the first 2 outs of the inning, a bloop base hit with 2 outs. Then a first pitch swinging home run off the bat of Durfee ties this game at 3 in the 6th. For the sophomore catcher, his first home run of 2022. Now 2 for 3 on the day, 17 for 56 on the year. Pushes his batting average up to .304. It's a brand new ball game from Ben Hines Field, 3-3 now between Kowloon and ULV. Vicente Molina allows a 2-run home run off the bat of Brendan Durfee, now asked to face Ryan Farr, trying to close out this top of the 6th. 0-1 pitch is a fastball line back into center field for a base hit. Molina picking up the first 2 outs quickly on fly balls and now getting hit around for 3 consecutive hits. He's still throwing strikes. Plenty of command of the strike zone, locating the fastball at the knees. Durfee's left-handed swing, just built for fastballs down, crushed that one. Well into the right center gap and over the wall. Two outs now for 9-hole hitter Zach LaFata. Kingsman's second baseman at the plate with 2 outs and a runner on first. He squares around at the first pitch. A good effort at a drag bunt, but Slesser hopping on it quickly, picking it up in foul ground. Interesting play call with 2 outs. Likely that LaFata put that down on his own will, trying to catch the defense napping. Slesser can be found playing third base behind the bag majority of the time. Is doing so here, and LaFata was just trying to be a little bit sneaky. A runner on first, a no ball, 1 strike count to Kowloon's second baseman. 0-1 pitch, Molina, another fastball outside corner, 0-2. So a pitch away from getting his Leopards back up to the plate. Kowloon tied the game on a 2-run home run off the bat of Brendan Durfee. Molina now trying to put away LaFata at the plate. 0-2 breaking ball, sliced up the middle, stopped up the middle by Siffert, throws to first, not in time. A good defensive stop on a short hop. Siffert was able to stick with the baseball, pick it up from behind the second base bag in the center field grass, tried to throw over to first, but LaFata tried to put that drag bunt down for a reason. He's got wheels, beats out the infield single. So that's now 4 consecutive 2-out hits. Unfortunate for Molina, who will now be paid a visit by Coach Winterburn. The last of those 4 was hit the weakest. However, it puts runners on at first and second for the Kingsmen after already scoring 2 against the right-handed reliever. Winterburn will opt to go to the bullpen. Molina comes in, gets 2 quick outs, and then suffers 4 straight 2-out hits, including a 2-run home run off the bat of Brendan Durfee, his first of the 2022 season. It'll be Alfredo Frey being called upon to finish out this 6th inning and perhaps more for the Leopards in a 3-3 tie from Ben Hines Field. Coach Winterburn staying out an extended period of time on the pitcher's mound, giving some words to Alfredo Frey. A pat on the backside and telling his best arm out of the pen, let's go to work. 2 outs, inheriting runners in scoring position for Kowloon in a tie game, being asked to face one batter and try to get out of the inning with no more damage. For Frey, he came upon in the 9th inning of game 1, picking up 2 strikeouts. Now on the season, the Laverne Sidewinder, 27 strikeouts in 29 1/3 innings, being asked to get just 1 out here to end the inning. Owns a .92 ERA and is easily the most trusted arm out of this bullpen. Will be asked to face the leadoff hitter for the Kingsmen. It's Max Heverly, and if he reaches, then left fielder Gordon Richardson. Heverly so far today, 1 for 3 in game 2. In game 1, he went 1 for 4. So 2 hits and 7 at-bats. 2 strikeouts on the day, 1 in the first game and 1 here in the second. The infield meeting disperses. Guys go back to their positions. Looking at a replay of Durfee's 2-run shot into right center. Molina missing down in the zone at the knees, and Durfee putting a good swing on it, and that ball getting out above the A and the R out there in right center. Two-run home run off the bat of Durfee tied this game at 3, and now Frey takes over with runners at first and second and 2 outs in the 6th. It'll be Max Heverly at the plate, 1 for 3 here in this second leg. Frey, open and set, delivers a fastball high above the letters, 1-0. One ball and no strike between Frey and the Kingsman center fielder. Comes back with a slider that drifts off the plate, 2-0. A hitter's count now, real favorable for Heverly. Looking dead red fastball and a 2-0 count with 2 outs. Gets it right there, right over the middle, but late on it, fouls it off to the right, 2-1. As a hitter, it's crucial to be ready for the fastball in fastball counts, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, in a game that's tied with 2 runners on, one of them in scoring position at second. Extremely essential to be on time with the fastball. Heverly trying to catch up to Frey's. The 2-1 pitch, sure enough, he does there, squirted into right field for a base hit. Scioto will come up throwing. The play at the plate is not in time. The runner at first, Lafata, advances to third on the throw. It's another 2-out single, 6th in a row for the Kingsmen here in the 6th. That number works well for the inning. 4 runs have come across in total for Kowloon, 3 here in the frame. They've scored 4 now in between the 5th and 6th combined, taking a 4-3 lead over the Leopards here at Ben Hines Field. So Frey surrenders a hit to the first batter he comes in to face, Max Heverly. Is not responsible for the run that scored. Instead, that's Vicente Molina. 2 outs in the top of the 6th with runners at the corners. The first pitch to Gordon Richardson, fouled off to the right, 0-1. Richardson did not play in the first game, is hitless here in game 2, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. If he can extend the inning here, he allows Zach Bullard to come to the plate. That sets up the 3-hole hitter for Cal Lu. 0-1 pitch. Frey puts some spin on it. A slider drops in at the knees, way ahead of Richardson, 0-2. Laverne playing straightaway defense now, both the infield and the outfield. Frey way ahead of the hitter Richardson, 0-2, goes outside with a slider, way off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on in the top of the 6th inning. The Kingsmen have scored 3 to take a 4-3 lead. Frey trying to close out the inning, forced to step off. The runner at third and LaFada still playing a bit of happy feet. Saw him doing it earlier against Vogel while he was running at first base. Trying to just wreak havoc on the base paths any way he can. If he causes Frey to balk, it would be the 4th Cal Lu run of the inning, giving them a 5-3 lead. Frey instead fixates on the plate. Runner goes in a 1-2 count. Throw is cut off by Frey at the mound. Play designed to stop there. Tried to see if the runner on third would perhaps make a break for home, but he doesn't. Ball ends back up with Frey on the mound in a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Now both runners are in scoring position. A base hit from Richardson here gives Cal Lu some well-needed insurance in a 1-run ball game. The 2-ball, 2-strike pitch to Richardson. Slider fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again. With a strikeout already today, the senior Richardson, 6 on the season. Another 2-2 from Frey. Fastball, bounce to Salcedo at short. Charging in, sets his feet and makes a strong throw to Sifford at first for the 3rd out of the inning. 4 trips to the plate and no hits for Gordon Richardson. Leaves runners at 2nd and 3rd here in the top of the 6th. We're through 5.5. Cal Lu takes a 4-3 lead with a 3-run inning. So a big swing off the bat of Brendan Durfee tied this game at 3. Durfee's first home run of 2022. Tied the game at 3. Cal Lu manufactured another run to take the 4-3 lead. And now back out to the mound, freshman Will Watson. At the plate this year, the freshman Watson hitting just .239, 11 hits in 46 at-bats, has 3 doubles and 2 triples. On the mound, Watson, a 2.4 ERA, now 15 1/3 innings of work. .21 strikeouts on the season, as mentioned, only 6 walks. A strong strike thrower, set here to face the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Laverne order. Bottom half of the 6th inning, I'm Nate Rodriguez bringing to you the action from Ben Hines Field. The Leopards defeated Cal Lu in game 1, 8-0. That game started around 11 o'clock this morning. Had between game ceremonies to honor the late great Ben Hines, who this lovely ballpark is named after. Ben Hines built a long-lasting legacy for this baseball program and is remembered by many here in attendance today. A beautiful Saturday afternoon for 18 innings of baseball. We're nearly through 15 total. Getting towards the end of this game, too, we look to start the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's Will Watson against Logan Reese, Malachi Francois, and Cam Slesser. Watson, the freshman, made only 2 pitches to get the 3rd out of the bottom of the 5th. Works out of the stretch to Logan Reese. First pitch fastball on the inner half for a strike, 0-1. Reese is hitless in 5 trips to the plate so far today. Did reach twice via the walk in game 1. 0-1 pitch, a fastball above the belt, 1-1. Oh for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Leads off the bottom half of the 6th inning, representing the tying run. Laverne has 3 runs on 6 hits. Kalu, 4 runs, 10 hits. Both teams with 1 error. The 1-1 pitch from Watson. A fastball right over the middle, 1-2. So Francois retreats back to the dugout, and it'll be John Bike stepping into the on-deck circle in front of the home dugout. 1-2 pitch here to Logan Reese. This time, pitch cuts. Reese holds back with the hands. Call is appealed down to first base, but no swing, rules the field umpire. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch into Logan Reese. Fastball down and away below the knees. Watson can't find it there. 3-2 the count. If Reese reaches via the walk, Bike will come up in a pinch hit spot with the runner on first. For Reese, if he walks, would be his 3rd of the day. Watson, a fastball on the outside corner. Reese stays alive, fighting it off to the right. 3-2 again. Reese choked up on the bat, bent at the knees, hovering over the plate, trying to stay alive in a full count. The 3-2 pitch from Watson. Another fastball, another foul ball. .21 strikeouts on the season for Watson, looking for 22 here in 22. Another 3-2 offering to left fielder Logan Reese. Watson blows Reese by with the fastball. Swung on, tipped into the mitt of Durfee behind the plate. It's a strikeout for Reese, the first one of the ball game for Will Watson on the bump. First out in the 6th inning. Brings up left-handed hitter, pinch hitter, John Bike. Bike stepping in for his first at-bat in game 2. Taking over for Malachi Francois at the plate. Takes a strike, 0-1. 9 for 43 on the year. Bike hitting .209, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. Oh, 1 pitch from Watson, a fastball. Bike, a lot of hands, swung on and missed. Count moves, 0-2. For Bike, 10 strikeouts on the season. Needs to fight here with 2 strikes. 0-2 the count with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Laverne needing a base runner. Has Cam Slesser on deck. The pitch into Bike, taken down and away, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out to John Bike, junior first baseman for Laverne. Awaits Watson's 1-2. Just off the plate, 2-2. Watson, some good 2-seam bite to the fastball that he throws. Dash just off the corner there. Moves the count to 2-2. Bike awaiting Watson's offering. There goes that two-seam fastball on the outer half of the plate. Bike this time able to poke it out of play. Bike staying alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on base. 1 out here in the 6th. Watson again. This time a fastball gets Bike to chase above the letters. Pinch hit opportunity for Bike results in a strikeout for Watson. The first 2 outs of the 6th come via punch out. His first 2 of his outing, now has 23 on the season. Left to face third baseman Cam Slesser. For Slesser, hitless in 2 at-bats here in game 2, 2 for 6 on the day. Takes ball 1, Durfee can't keep it in front of him. Skips off to the right. If he is to reach, it's Manny Munoz waiting on deck. One 0 pitch to Slesser. High and tight for a ball. Missing below the third baseman's hands, 2-0. Watson set near the neck, fires a 2-0 pitch, a fastball this time, catches the zone, 2-1. For Will Watson out of Washington, trying to dance out of the 6th inning here. Comes with a 2-1, another fastball. Slesser, all eyes watching it paint the corner, 2-2. Haven't really seen a pitcher dig into the mound the way Watson just did, at least so far today, trying to make himself comfortable. In a 2-2 count against Cam Slesser with 2 outs in the 6th. 4-3 ball game. The pitch to the Leo's third baseman, a fastball down in the zone. Watson puts a little extra oomph on it, but can't get it by Slesser there. Slesser, one of the better hitters in this Laverne lineup, hitting around a consistent 400 all season long. Trying to fight here, still even at 2. Another foul ball, this one poked down the right field line. Lots of grit and resiliency shown by this lineup. We'll see how much of it with the Leopards trailing by 1. Cal Lu leads 4-3. Will Watson trying to end this 6th inning with Cam Slesser at the plate. 2 strikeouts already in this inning alone, has Slesser in a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 2 outs. Watson, the freshman right-hander, kicks and fires. Slesser almost fired the hands, but held them up. Takes the slider way outside and low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the count moves full. If runners were on, they'd be in motion, but the bases are empty. A full count here to Cam Slesser with 2 outs in the 6th. Watson fires the 3-2, a fastball just off the plate. Slesser almost taking a step to watch it miss outside. Follows it with another step towards first base, and he'll jog down the 90 feet for a 2-out base runner. A good at-bat by the Leo's third baseman, not giving in with 2 strikes and working from being down in the count to earning a free pass with 2 outs. The Leopards now will turn to another pinch hitter. This time it's Christian Killian coming off the bench, looking for a poke against the freshman Watson. Killian, a .371 hitter on the year, swinging a hot bat and forcing his way into this pinch hit opportunity. Takes a slider down in the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes. Coach Winterburn and the Leopards looking for good hacks out of Killian here. Looking for a pitch to drive with 2 outs and a runner on. The speedy Cam Slesser leading off first. Watson trying to keep him at bay. Killian rocking the bat over that back shoulder. 1-0 fastball right over the middle, but Killian takes it in for a strike, 1-1. One pitch here serves the same purpose almost as the 0-0 offering. Good chance for Watson to go back to the off-speed stuff here. Pitch to Killian. Sure enough, a fastball below at the knees for a strike. Would have had me guessing wrong at the plate. Now Killian down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Watson has been trying to field the fastball to end the inning for the last several pitches. Did it against Slesser till he missed ultimately for ball 4. 1-2, a fastball in on the hands. Killian, who likes to go to the opposite field, just fights it off the other way. So we do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs with Slesser off first, representing the tying run, and the go-ahead run, Killian at the plate. Pinch hit opportunity for the Leopards catcher. 1-2 pitch, a slider swung on and drilled in the gap. Coming on is the right fielder to make the play is Ben Wangren. A good piece by Christian Killian to take a 1-2 pitch into right field on a line, but it's put away out there. Cal Lu still leads 4-3 through 6 complete on LVTV3, Laverne Community Television.
My son Aiden has asthma. Secondhand smoke has triggered his asthma so bad to the point where he had to end up in the emergency room. And he has spent multiple nights in intensive care. Now he's on a whole bunch of medications. My tip to you is, don't be shy to tell people not to smoke around your kids.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Got a quarter?
Alfredo Frey still out to work on in relief for the Leopards. Coming in a 3-3 ball game, allowed a base hit to give the California Lutheran University Kingsmen a 4-3 lead. Run wasn't charged to him, but to Vicente Molina, who wound up being charged total for 3 runs in the top half of the 6th inning. Kingsmen 4, Leopards 3. As we look to see the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Kingsmen, Zach Bullard, Kyle Rooser, and Ben Wangren, the first baseman, shortstop, and right fielder for Cal Lu. The Kingsmen trying to head back to Thousand Oaks. Happy campers leading the Leopards 4-3 as Bullard drives one out to right center. Reddick started in, then forced to go back, changes directions, and can't come up with it cleanly. It's going to be a stand-up double off the right center wall. Drew Reddick, frustrated with himself, knows he should have gone back before coming in. Had a chance to make a play on that ball. Now it's a leadoff double. And Cal Lu just 180 feet away from another insurance run. To put it in better perspective, they now have their cleanup hitter up in shortstop Kyle Rooser. A runner in scoring position means a base hit could potentially bring him in. The Leopards have not scored since the bottom of the 3rd inning. Only 6 hits to go for their 3 runs so far today, and it's been all Cal Lutheran in the last couple innings. First pitch from the side armor, Frey into the shortstop Rooser, in for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Kyle Rooser 0 for 3 with a strikeout here in game 2. Game 1, not much better, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. So 0 for 6 with a hat trick overall on the day. Down in the count early against Frey here with a runner on second. Runner gets a huge jump. Killian, a strike down to third base, but not in time. As good of a throw as you can make it behind the plate to try and keep it a competitive play at third base, but Bullard ran all day long on Frey. Frey didn't even give him a look at second base. By the time he picked up his leg, Bullard had taken 3 shuffles off the bag and was in a full head of steam into third base. Killian, a good throw, just not in time. No balls and 2 strikes. The count to Kyle Rooser, the shortstop. Leopards forced to draw the infield in a 4-3 ball game, trying to preserve the score. 0-2 fastball just below the knees. Killian tries to frame it and can't catch it. 1-2. Tanner Siffert pulled way off the bag from first. Chase Siffert just a few feet away from him at second. Salcedo and Slesser about straight up, just on the grass on the left side. Frey, another 1-2 slider, fouled off to the right. For Rooser, perhaps some pressure at the plate, hitless in 6 at-bats. Wanting to come through for your team here to provide some extra insurance. Forced to hit with the infield in. Still behind in the count. 1-2 pitch, a 2-seam fastball. Just runs a bit too far inside, evens the count at 2. Frey trying to work in opposite directions with his hard stuff, and then the off-speed pitch, the slider breaking off the plate away from right-handers. The 2-seam trying to bust back in on the hands. Trying to keep Rooser guessing at the plate. Nobody out with Bullard leading off third base. The 2-ball, 2-strike pitch from Frey. A slider forces a pop-up, foul and out of play off to the right. That came close to the snack tent over here next to the bleachers. Had a lot of foul balls today, come close to nailing some Laverne faithful fans. Saw one a couple weeks ago that shattered a windshield. Fly balls, foul balls, dangerous over here at Ben Hines Field. 2 balls and 2 strikes between Frey and Rooser. Ground ball to the left side and through the infield for a base hit. Both Salcedo and Slesser leaving their feet to try to keep it knocked down, but the ball slipping through the 2 infielders. Holes become a little bit more accessible when the infield's drawn in. And sure enough, Rooser able to squeak one by there in his 7th trip to the plate, his first hit. An RBI makes the score 5-3 Cal Lu. So for Frey, a rare earned run allowed. Happened on the leadoff double from Zach Bullard. Drew Reddick getting spun around out there in right center. Bullard moved over to third and then scored on the base hit from Rooser. Runner on first and nobody out. Pitch is bunted foul up behind the plate. Killian tried to get the mask off and find it quick with the ball. Headed quickly for the backstop, 0-1. Ben Wangren in the right-handed batter's box for Cal Lu, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Frey, 20 pitches now through just a third of an inning. Throws over to keep Rooser honest, back in with a dive. No balls and 1 strike to Ben Wangren. On deck, designated hitter Joseph Scalzo. Another throw over to first, not in time again. Rooser on first from Chatsworth, California. At the plate, Ben Wangren in a no ball, 1 strike count. He swings while the runner goes. Reddick forced to go back into the right center gap. Shiota couldn't find it. off the bat. Instead, Reddick travels a long way from steps to the left of the second base bag all the way into right center to put it away. Lots of ground had to be covered there. Either way, it's the first out in the top of the 7th inning. Keeps the runner at first base. 1 out now for designated hitter Joe Scalzo. Scalzo from Pleasanton, California, graduated from Foothill High School, standing at 6'3", 200 pounds. Right-handed hitter hunched over the plate, swings at the first pitch, a slider. Good deke up the middle by Anthony Salcedo. Ball was hit in the air to Drew Reddick out in center, who camps under it and puts it away for out number 2. I say good deke by Salcedo. The ball was hit while the runner was going. As the middle infielder, Salcedo pretends that the ball is hit on the ground as if he's fielding a ground ball. Got the runner in Rooster to slide into second base. The concept there is that if the ball gets to Reddick quick enough, he might have a play to get the runner at first on a throw. Ideally an 8-3 double play. But Rooster able to get popped back up after sliding and sprint back to first base in time. With 2 outs, the left-handed hitting Brendan Durfee steps in. Durfee, the biggest swing of this game so far, tied the game at 3 with a 2-run shot back in the top of the 6th inning. That came off of Vicente Molina for his first of the 2022 season. Poked it out to deep right center. Frey throws over to first. Not in time. So Durfee 2 for 3 with a single and a 2-run home run. Sophomore catcher for Cal Lu. From Monrovia, California, in a no ball, 1 strike count. Checks his swing and holds up in time, 1-1. Cal Lu 5, Laverne 3, top of the 7th inning and 2 outs. I'm Nate Rodriguez bringing you the action from Ben Hines Field as the Leopards try to dance out of trouble here in the top of the 7th and make their way back to the plate to try to tie this game back up. 1-1 pitch from Frey to Durfee, misses down and away. Now in a hitter's count, 2-1. On paper, opportunity here favors Brendan Durfee, left-handed hitter against the right-handed Alfredo Frey. With the runner on first here, Kingsman still looking for some more insurance. Fastball over the plate, Durfee, a healthy cut, fouls it the other way, hitting it where it's pitched, but making the count even, 2-2.
Hey, Drew, little. Go ahead, Chief.
The left-handed Durfee at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Kingsmen lead by 2 here in the top of the 7th. Alfredo Frey delivers the 2-2 pitch. The runner goes. Siffert fields it in foul ground. 1 foot on first base, the other one in foul territory. So we're back doing it again, 2-2. Durfee checking into the home dugout, or visitor's dugout, his own dugout, to get the signs. Trying to keep the inning alive here, still battling in a 2-2 count against Frey. The Leo sidewinder comes set, open stance, bent at the knees. 2-2 pitch, a fastball, grounded up the middle for a hit. Durfee waited his time to start this game 2. Now 3 hits and 4 at-bats. Ball skips away from Siffert at second base. It's going to advance Durfee to second. Tough defensive inning here for the Leopards, the toughest one they've had all day so far. Reddick got spun around on Bullard's leadoff double into right center. Siffert couldn't handle the throw in from Reddick there. Advances the runner to second base. Now it puts runners both in scoring position at second and third with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. So for Alfredo Frey, now 28 pitches through his 1 inning of work, looking for the 3rd out here in the 7th. Without allowing any more, gets a first pitch slider to get fouled off at the plate, 0-1. Killian behind the plate, peering into the home dugout, the Leopards dugout, to get the signs. Relaying them back to Frey with a runner on second. Durfee checking for the defense behind him. Slider is drilled into left field, hit on the button, but Logan Reese backpedals 4 or 5 steps, puts it away with 2 hands, and the inning is retired. We're halfway through the 7th inning. Kowloon puts another run on the board to give them a 2-run lead. They lead 5-3 now as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Time to stretch from Ben Hines Field. For those in attendance, some of them starting to wear out, a good amount staying here to watch this second leg of the doubleheader. Gotten through almost 16 innings of baseball now, just a couple left on deck still. The Laverne faithful hoping for the Leopards to make a comeback out of this game. Only 2 runs separating them and the Kingsmen. On the mound for Kowloon, it's Will Watson still, the freshman who's gone an inning and a third. Only 29 pitches while striking out 2. As attacks the zone low with the fastball. Has done a good job of keeping the Laverne offense off balance, but with time dwindling, it's almost now or never for Laverne. Known for making comebacks, 2 runs is nothing in their face. Against a freshman Watson, more incentive to come out as a team and take that 9-on-1 mentality here into the bottom of the 7th and bottom of the 8th. And if they can't take the lead in those 2 innings, then into the bottom of the 9th. It's the 9 1-2 hitters for Laverne in the bottom of the 7th. Drew Reddick, the center fielder. Then shortstop Anthony Salcedo and second baseman Chase Sifford. Reddick has had a perfect day at the plate here in game 2. 2 for 2. First pitch into Drew Reddick from Will Watson. A fastball up above the letters, taken for a ball. Reddick 2 for 2 in game 2. Also had 2 hits in the first game, making him 4 for 6 with a pair of RBIs on the day. 1-0 pitch now to Reddick. Down at the knees for a strike, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, no out to Drew Reddick, leading off the bottom of the 7th. Chops the next pitch he sees right between the catcher and pitcher. Strong athletic play. Should say strong athletic throw by Watson coming off the mound, barehanding the high chopper off the bat of Drew Reddick, all in one motion from his bare hand, trying to throw on the run. Wound up being quite a bit of an accurate throw, but bouncing off Reddick's back and into right field. It's a leadoff single for Laverne. Puts the tying run at the plate now in shortstop Anthony Salcedo. Great time for some situational baseball here on Laverne's end. A runner on first and nobody out. Trailing by 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Reddick representing an important run. Thrown over to first, not in time. Salcedo being asked to turn around and put down the sacrifice bunt. Reddick waits for it to be delivered, and Salcedo puts down a beauty on the third base line. He hustles down to first, and he's beat by a step. It was the catcher, Brendan Durfee, coming out to field it. He picks it up with his bare hand, gives a little 270 turn over to face first base, make a strong throw, and Salcedo, the quickest runner in the Leopards lineup, beat by half a step at best. So it could have been first and second for Laverne. Instead, it's just a runner at second with 1 out. A meeting on the mound between Durfee, all the infielders, and freshman Will Watson, discussing the game plan to face second baseman Chase Sifford, who's barreled baseballs each time he's stepped to the plate, at least here in game 2. A double that one-hopped the left center wall his first trip to the plate. A line drive single into left center his next trip. 2 for 2 on the day, having reached on a walk his last at-bat. Has first base open here. The Leopards could use another one of those, but more than likely being asked to push Reddick over from second to third with the ground ball to the right side. The second baseman, Zach Lafata, playing in Reddick's back pocket, so to speak, holding him on at second base. First pitch offering to Siffert, a slider bending down and away out of the zone into the left-handed batter's box. Watson wants a new ball instead. Won't change the count, 1-0. Siffert in a hitter's count here. Good time to ambush a Will Watson fastball. With the runner on second, Leopards could use a base hit here for a run. 1-0 pitch to Siffert. There's the fastball. Chase Siffert, a line drive down the right field line, just a couple feet foul. One ball, 1 strike, and 1 out to the sophomore second baseman. Siffert, 27 hits and 83 at-bats this year, came into game 2, a .309 hitter. Now in the middle of game 2, hitting .325. A runner on second here with 1 out, a chance for not just some situational hitting, but an RBI for Chase Siffert. Has 22 on the season. Potential number 23 looming at second base, and Drew Reddick. 1-1 fastball right over the middle. Siffert frozen at it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So for the freshman, Will Watson, way ahead of the sophomore middle infielder here. Reddick inching off second base. Needs to get a big jump on a ball on the ground. The 1-2 pitch to Siffert. Watson, another fastball, likes to throw it when he's ahead in the count. Relies on it as his power pitch, but Siffert, a good eye, taking it off the plate, evens the count at 2. For the Leopards, just not getting beat by the fastball here, spraying everything down the opposite way. When it comes to the hard stuff, just staying alive with 2 strikes. Chase Siffert, the 2-2 pitch. Tried to do just that, but the fastball from Watson, a bit too much. Powers through Siffert, Watson's 3rd strikeout of the ball game. And with 2 outs, it'll be first baseman, left-handed hitting Tanner Siffert. Tanner was hitless in his first 4 at-bats in game 1 before going yard to deep right center over the .372 numbers out there in right. 1 for 5 the first game. 0 for 3 here in game 2, fouling the first pitch off on the ground to the left for a strike. His second home run of the season gave him 32 RBIs on the year. Siffert now would love a third RBI on the day with a base hit here to drive home Drew Reddick. Nothing in one pitch from Watson. A fastball misses outside. Watson, some late life to that fastball. Skips out of the zone at the last second, 1-1. Reddick inching further and further off second, getting a bigger secondary with each consecutive pitch. This time it's a 1-1 to Tanner Siffert. Another fastball, Watson. Still beating these Leopards hitters. No hands quite quick enough to get back around on Watson's heater. Is throwing it for a strike. When he's not, he misses high. Still ahead of Siffert here, 1-2. Bullard playing close to the line at first. So is Farr at third, the middle infield straight up. Another fastball, Siffert fouled back. A good battle here with 2 strikes, all you can ask for out of Tanner Siffert. Trying to extend the inning with the runner on second. Count still at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Laverne looking for their 4th run here in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-2 pitch with 2 outs to first baseman Tanner Siffert. Watson comes with the slider. Siffert swung on and missed, will strand the runner at second base. The freshman Watson has come in and delivered for the Kingsmen, keeping the 5-3 lead. At the end of 7, Cal Lu 5, Laverne 3 on LV TV 3.
La palabra cáncer, cuando la dicen para tu hijo, es algo muy fuerte. St. Jude nos ha proveído todo el tratamiento, donde vivir, el que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros, significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
We're through 7 full innings here at Ben Hines Field. Nate Rodriguez bringing to you Game 2 of doubleheader action between California Lutheran University and the University of Laverne. SCIAC baseball from the University of Laverne. The Leopards took Game 1 by a score of 8-0. Trailing 5-3 through 7 complete innings here in Game 2. Alfredo Frey has come on out of the pen for an inning and thirds worth of work, allowing 1 earned run on 30 pitches. Take a look at the fans still here in attendance at Ben Hines Field. Plenty of Laverne faithful hoping for a comeback here in the late innings. First pitch from Alfredo Frey is lifted out to right field. Brandon Chiota on his horse to his left, puts it away on his glove side for the first out of the inning. For the Kingsmen, due up here in this inning, it was the 9-1-2 hitters. LaFada retired on the first pitch. Now up to Max Heverly and Gordon Richardson.
Now batting number 22, Max Heverly.
Heverly came through with a RBI single his last trip to the plate. Turns around, shows bunt, and misses. Killian and the Leopards Still trying to make plays on foul balls. Love to see the repetition. The no ball, one strike pitch from Frey to Max Heverly with one out is a fastball down in the dirt. Count evens at 1. Frey has not struck a batter out here in game number 2. Struck out 2 in the 9th of game 1. Has gotten 5 outs recorded in total. Working on number 6 here against Heverly. Has him down in the count 1-2. Laverne started the scoring in the bottom of the first and added 2 to their total, making it 3-0 in the bottom of the third. 1-2 pitch fouled off to the right. Cal Lu didn't scratch scoring till the top of the 5th inning, putting 1 on the board and then a 3-run 6th inning, highlighted by a game-tying home run off the bat of Brendan Durfee. Gave Cal Lu a 4-3 lead, scoring 1 more in the 7th, made it 5-3. Swung on and missed at the slider. Heverly goes down on strikes for the 2nd time here in game number 2. That's now 3 strikeouts total on the day. Frey's first of game 2. Heverly with a Saturday hat trick. Hitless in 4 at-bats, Garrett Richardson comes to the plate. Richardson not starting in game 1, striking out in one of those 4 at-bats here. Now looking for his first hit in his 5th trip to the plate. The senior getting the start in left field. Puts down a bunt with 2 outs. Frey fields it in front of the mound, throws over to first, and it's an easy 1-2-3 inning for the Leopards closer. Frey now threw 2 full innings out of relief for Benny Vogel and Vicente Molina. The Leopards still trail by 2 as we head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Time is running out, only 6 outs left for the Leopards to try and make a comeback, but poised to do so here with the heart of the order due up. 4, 5, and 6 hitters in Brandon Shiota, Logan Reese, and John Bike. Bike, if you remember, came and substituted for Malachi Francois earlier in the game. If anybody reaches base, it'll be third baseman Cam Slesser. But for now, the Leopards trying to regather and regroup in front of the home dugout. Down by 2. Getting a message from the coaching staff. Having taken care of business against Cal Lu the first 2 games of this series, 30 combined hits, 19 combined runs, only 2 of them allowed against before this game 3 of the series. The coaching staff has really helped this team as you take a look at them to their 21 win record. Good collective baseball starting from the top and trickling on down. Coach Winterburn sticking with his process and his plan for his team, playing 9-on-1 baseball. Their team against one other opponent. The Leopards certainly doing just that and doing it very well. 21 wins overall, 13 in conference. Only 1 loss atop the SCIAC conference. We look forward to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Brandon Shiota stepping in against Will Watson. Shiota gave the Leopards a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 3rd with a no-doubt 2-run home run off of the Cal Lutheran starter. It's 5-3 now as he leads off the bottom of the 8th. Right-handed hitter wiggles the bat above his back shoulder, takes a front door breaking ball inside near the belt, 1-0. Alex Rivas, the senior right-hander, started this game for Cal Lu, went 4 2/3, allowing 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, walking 2 and striking out 2. Will Watson now in relief, 2 1/3 innings, working on more. Has Shiota even 1-1. 1 for 4 the first game, 1 for 3 here in the second, 2 for 7 on the day. The 1-1 pitch to the right fielder is in on the hands. Shiota can't get him around. Pops it up to the first baseman Bullard for the first out. So for Watson, walking with a bit of a strut now. Feeling good, settled into this ball game, having mowed through the Leopards' order since coming into this ball game. 1 out now in the bottom of the 8th for Logan Reese. Reese takes the first pitch, a fastball for a ball. 1-0, the true freshman for the University of Laverne. Plays baseball in the spring, soccer in the fall. And here he is trying to get the first base runner aboard for the Leopards in the bottom of the 8th. Freshman Will Watson in a 1-0 count. Comes back with the fastball right over, 1-1. Unafraid to attack the zone with his most consistent pitch, Watson has done most of his work behind the fastball. The Laverne hitter's a bit too late on it, taking everything to the right side, and when he comes in on the hands, getting jammed a bit harder than they've seen against any other opponent so far. Reese now down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Watson kicks at the rubber, comes set at the chest. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to Logan Reese. Watson spins it. Reese sticks with the off-speed pitch, fouls it off to the right and into the home bullpen. Defensive alignment for Kowloon, playing straight up. The first baseman Bullard well behind the bag, a couple feet off the line. Ryan Farr a little closer to the left field foul line and a couple steps inwards compared to his corner infield mate Bullard. Another 1-2 to Reese. Fastball up in the zone. Logan Reese gives it a ride out to right center, but a good route out there by Ben Wangren. Tracks it down for out number 2. So for Reese, a tough game 2, 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts. Hit his last ball hard, but tracked down out there by Wangren out and right. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th now for John Bike. Bike, the left-handed hitting junior first baseman. 9 for his first 44 on the year. First pitch, a slider down below the knees near the ankles, ball 1. Bike has 2 home runs on the year, 15 RBIs. Leopards still just looking for a base runner here in the inning. 1-0 pitch, fastball misses down and away, 2-0. So now if you're John Bike, way ahead of the freshman Watson, 2 balls and no strikes. He likes to throw the fastball over the plate. A fastball hitter in John Bike. Perhaps an action pitch right here. 2-0 and 2 outs in the 8th. Fastball up in the zone. Bike tried to be on time with it, just missed it, fouled it straight back. Still a hitter's count, 2 balls and 1 strike you hear from the home plate umpire. Still a good count to get a fastball, but Bike needing to put a good swing on it. Sure enough does, and is a bit late. Watson still attacking with the heater, going up and up as counts progress in at-bats. Bike was ahead 2-0. Now falls even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Freshman Will Watson's 2-2 with 2 outs is a fastball down near the ankles. Bike remains patient, sees it in for a ball. Count moves full. A good angle there, seeing Bike choke up on the bat with 2 strikes. Still trying to just get a base runner on board for Laverne. Cam Slesser on deck representing the tying run. A 3-2 pitch. Watson gets biked to foul one down the left field line, makes good contact with it, barreled it and gave it a good ride. Bouncing out of play to do it again in a full count. Four walks, 10 strikeouts for John Bike on the season. One pitch away from either or right here against Watson. Another 3-2 offering from the freshman. Fastball inner half of the zone, bounced to Bullard, bobbled at first, but flipped over to Watson for the third out. PFP practice coming into effect right there for Kowloon. They're able to get out of the eighth. Laverne can't scratch one across. We're through 8 complete here from Ben Hines. Kowloon 5, Laverne 3. Leopards looking for more in the 9th on LVTV 3.
I've won Olympic gold medals. But this is a race I really want to win.
10 people in America drown every day.
It's the race to save lives.
1 in 5 kids are younger than me.
Growing up, my mom was afraid of the water, something she did not want me to feel.
So I enrolled Missy in swim lessons.
Swimming became my passion. It changed my life. And now you can do the same for someone that you love. Drowning is preventable. Did you know that swim lessons reduce the risk by 88%? Visit usaswimmingfoundation.org to find, get, or give a swim lesson.
There's nothing more precious than your child's well-being.
So act now before it's too late.
Make us swim!
I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Mom. The USA Swimming Foundation, saving lives and building champions.
17 of 18 innings have come and gone here from Ben Hines Field at the University of Laverne. Looking ready for the top of the 9th inning now. Kowloon leads the University of Laverne 5-3. The Kingsmen, a late comeback starting in the 5th inning, able to scratch a 3-run deficit to lead the Leopards by 2. It'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Kingsmen in the 9th. Zach Bullard, Kyle Rooser, and Ben Wangren. Checking into game 2, the senior first baseman Zach Bullard was hitting .315, 28 hits, and 89 at-bats. Frey hits the zone with the first pitch, 0-1. Bullard went hitless in 2 at-bats the first game with a walk. Here in game 2, 2 for 4 with the strikeout, so 2 for 6 on the day. Now in a deep hole, 0-2 after fouling off the 0-1 pitch. Bullard from San Luis Obispo, California. Arroyo Grande High School graduate, deep in the hole, 0-2. Frey from Covina, California, goes to the outer half and misses down below the knees. First ball of the at-bat. One ball, 2 strikes. Alfredo Frey working on first baseman Zach Bullard. The lefty pokes one on the ground to Salcedo at short. Can't come up with it cleanly. Ball skips off the heel of his glove, up his arm, and kicks it out in front of him. Bullard is aboard on Salcedo's error, his second of the ball game. Third of the day, now has him at 12 on the year. Baseball karma works in real ways. Salcedo likely probably to get another ground ball here in this inning. Nobody out with the leadoff runner aboard in Zach Bullard. Kyle Rooser, the shortstop, checking in. 1 for 4 with a strikeout and an RBI so far in game 2. His team leads by 2. He squares at the first pitch and puts it down the first baseline. Tanner Siffert picks it up and beats Rooser in the foot race to the bag. First out of the inning. good job by the Kingsman offense playing small ball down to the wire. Still leading by 2 in the 9th inning, putting down a sacrifice bunt, doing the most they can to try and put Bullard, who now is in scoring position, in that position in the first place, and bringing him around to score for another insurance run. Now likely just 1 hit away from doing just that with 1 out in the top of the 9th. Frey working to right fielder Ben Wangren before a pitch is thrown. Step off and throw to second, not in time. Frey checks in to get a sign, comes set, and delivers the first pitch. Misses down Killian. A good block, 1-0. Wangren did not play in game 1, hitless in 4 at-bats in game 2 with a strikeout. Here in his 5th trip to the plate, now way ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Frey, 2 2/3 innings of work, set to deliver pitch number 45 right here. Has Zach Bullard awaiting on second, who stole third base off Frey earlier in this game. Took it by a mile with Killian behind the plate. Back pick to second base is a good throw, but bounces off of the runner's leg. Not too poor of a decision to try and throw down to second, but you are throwing across the diamond behind the runner, and you're risking a lot. For example, the ball kicking off someone's leg and into center field the way it did, and Bullard advances to third. Killian just trying to think ahead and try to keep Bullard at bay. Instead advances him on the unlucky bounce. Now still in a hitter's count, Wangren chops the 2-1 pitch to the third baseman, Slesser. About as big of a favor as you could ask for from Ben Wangren. Chopping it to Slesser, keeping the runner at third. Now for 2 outs in the inning, the infield can relax and play back in their normal spots. 5-3 the score with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Wangren is attired, and up comes Joe Scalzo. So Wangren goes 0 for 5. Scalzo now comes to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on third. First pitch, a slider, inner half for a strike. Scalzo, another one of these Kingsmen that did not play in game 1. The junior is 2 for 4 here in game 2. Next pitch, a fastball bounced over to Sifford at first. Going to be a close play. Misses the pitcher, Frey, with a throw that ends up wide to the left. For Sifford, tried his best to just knock down the hard ground ball off the bat of Scalzo. Ball was top spun and bouncing funky. Took a hop right off of Sifford's chest. He recovered quickly, but rushed the throw a bit to Frey's left. It'll be an infield hit for Scalzo. Scoreboard gives him an error, likely on Sifford, who couldn't corral the ground ball and then missed the throw to Frey at first. So on the error, Kowloon extends their lead to 3, 6-3 now with 2 outs in the 9th. Scalzo on first base. And Kowloon's best hitter so far this game, catcher Brendan Durfee, gets one last chance. Sure enough, first pitch swinging, Durfee, his 4th hit of the ball game, 3rd single, this one back into center to put runners at the corners. So how about Brendan Durfee? Did not play in game 1, 3rd Kingsman to hit this inning that fits that criteria. First pitch swinging in 3 at-bats, a home run and 2 singles. 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs in game 2, has led this Cal Lutheran offense back from behind, down 3-0 to out in front 6-3. His single with 2 outs puts runners at the corners. Now it's Frey against third baseman Ryan Farr. Leading off third for Kowloon, Joseph Scalzo. Off first, Brendan Duffy. Pitch gets away from Killian behind the plate, and both runners are going to advance 90 feet. It's the 7th Kowloon run of the ball game. Their first real lead of the series, having getting blown out the first 2 games. Ecstatic about the 4-run lead here in the 9th. 7-3, the Kingsmen over the Leopards. Frey and the defense have allowed 2 here in the 9th to give the Kingsmen some insurance. 50 pitches even for Alfredo Frey. The 1-0 is lifted into right center. Of course, 1 pitch after the wild pitch. The Leopards collect the 3rd out of the inning. 2 runs come across for Kowloon in the top half of the 9th inning. They extend their lead to 7-3. Last chance for the Leopards. So we'll take a look at the pitch that got away from Killian, a slider down and away. Killian got his mitt on the ball. Ball just kicked away to his right. Might have to look at it in a closer view again to see whether or not it was a wild pitch or a pass ball. Not going to change anything for the University of La Verne, though. Down 4 runs. 7-3, the Kingsmen lead, riding behind Will Watson's strong relief performance. The freshman having delivered 3 1/3 innings on just 58 pitches, striking out 4, and keeping this La Verne offense real quiet as we head into the 9th. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 for the Leopards and Coach Scott Winterburn. Slesser, Killian, and Reddick, if anybody reaches base, the top of the order. Slesser 0 for 2 in this game too. Killian 0 for 1. Drew Reddick still swinging a hot stick, 3 for 3. So if they could set the table for Reddick, ideally, that's a bat you want to come up here in this inning with runners on base. You need more than just 1. In fact, you could use about 3 or 4, trailing 4 runs with just 3 outs to go. It's up to Slesser, then Killian, and then Reddick. 3 more outs for the University of La Verne Leopards, trying to get it done here against Watson. For the freshman, moving with some pep in his step, still digging into the mound here at Ben Hines. Looking ready to face 7, 8, and 9 for the Leos. The fastball dominant Watson comes with the first pitch heater. Slesser, first pitch swinging, a high chopper to third. 1 bounce, a throw across the diamond from far to Bullard, and it's the first out of the 9th. Christian Killian gets 1 more opportunity to hit. 26 hits in 71 at-bats. Average just below 370. Another first pitch fastball in from Watson. The Leopards still first pitch swinging. Killian fouls it back, 0-1. Killian at the plate with Reddick on deck. Hitless in 1 at-bat, followed by a perfect 3 for 3. Killian here trying to reach base with 1 out. The 0-1 from Watson. Another fastball hit hard on the ground to short. Rooster, a good job of staying with it on the dirt. Fields it, throws across. 2 ground outs to start the 9th.
Batting for the Leopards, number 5, Reddick.
So the Kingsmen 1 out away from handing the Leopards their 2nd loss in Skyac this year. 13-1 coming into today after winning the first, advancing to that record. If they fall here, their record moves to 13-2 in SCIAC. 21-5-1 overall. 1-0 pitch to Drew Reddick, a fastball on the corner, evens the count at 1. Laverne has won 13 games at home. This looks to be their third loss here at Ben Hines Field. Would be the end of a 5-game winning streak for Coach Winterburn and his Leopards. 1-1 pitch to Reddick, a fastball, bounced to short. This should do it. Rooster picks it up, throws firmly across the diamond. Bullard puts it away for out number 3. Saturday doubleheader action live from Ben Hines Field was split between 2 games. The Laverne Leopards won the first leg of this doubleheader 8-0 behind Jerry Terry's stellar 8-inning performance. 9 strikeouts, allowing just 2 hits before handing the ball to Alfredo Frey was plenty enough to keep the Kingsmen quiet in Game 1. In Game 2, the Leopards jumped out to an early 3-0 lead, but late inning rallies from the Kingsmen were able to score 7 unanswered runs, and Kowloon was able to split the day with Laverne. The Kingsmen, after going 1-1 today, moved to 18-10 overall, 7-5 in 12 conference games. The Leopards won the first game, moving to 4-1 overall, but after dropping the second, fall to 21-5, 13-2 in the SCIAC conference, still atop the conference standings. And as we take a look at the schedule, their next SCIAC opponent comes this weekend against the Whittier College Poets. So the first place Leopards set to take on the Poets on Friday. That will be here at Ben Hines at 3 o'clock p.m. On Saturday, they'll play a doubleheader starting at 11, and the second game scheduled for 2 o'clock. The Leopards dropped the second game of this doubleheader 7-3 to the California Lutheran Kingsmen. They look to get set for a Friday matchup against Whittier College Poets. Here at Ben Hines Field, I'm Nate Rodriguez, bringing to you Game 2's action of this SCIAC doubleheader. So long and good night.